Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Boomer right side. Gonna cut it inside. Looks now for the end zone.
I mean, you're better off just rolling it down the field, the 40-yard line, than kicking a line drive to number 15.
Salcedo in motion. Snap taken, heaving. Gonna throw down the seam. He's got Coleman in the end zone. Touchdown, Londonderry. Look out. Off to the races. Matt Morrison. Blitz up the middle. This one intercepted. Picked off at the flat. It's Lynch on the road, down by a point. Capetta calls his own number, takes the plunge, and ends up in the end zone. Four-man rush. Throws across the body, looking for Peters. He's got him on the run. Beholder Savati. It's clean. The kick is up. Good. And good. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Londonderry. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Week number 9, the final week of the regular season. And hopefully by the end of the broadcast tonight, we'll get some clarity in terms of next week's statewide Division I tournament and the matchups involved. It's a festive atmosphere here at Lancer Park, as it always is. Both teams, of course, are 6-1 against in-state competition. Salem coming off a hard-fought 28-20 loss last week against Pinkerton. Again, their first against an NHIAA opponent. Londonderry, after a setback in week number 4 against Pinkerton, they've been rolling ever since, coming in tonight off the heels of back-to-back shutouts, including a 40-0 victory a week ago against Alvern.
Yeah, we saw that with Londonderry last game that we were here, Nick, that game against Exeter, all the things that we saw in Concord that were the beginning of the season, development stuff, this group of guys has come out and they've taken their varsity responsibilities extremely important. Coaching staff's done a terrific job with these guys. Salem, you know, we talk about it all last week, and even on the Gridiron show on Thursday night that we do, folks. We talked about Coach Abraham's Salem Blue Devils, of how their best quarter in that football game was the fourth quarter. Very rarely do you come off a loss and feel any kind of momentum, but in that case, the way that they played that game against top-level iron of the league, Pinkerton Academy, I really thought that they matched up very strong, and it was varsity against varsity, and Salem was getting the job done. They're going to have to come out early here, Nick, for sure, against this well-oiled Londonderry machine. But you could see Steve Abraham, Coach Abraham, last night when we had him on. He's confident. He's really got well connected. Both of these teams have one thing common coming in this game. There's buy-in. There's buy-in to the program, the culture. I'm expecting a extremely physical battle, no less than we saw last week. I'm ready. Let's go. And this is a great venue. Talked about it last night. This field is in super condition right now, so I doubt the field conditions are going to be a big factor.
No, not at all. It's a gorgeous night as well. Temperatures right now still in the 60s, and it's not supposed to drop either, so a gorgeous way to conclude the regular season weather-wise. A lot going on down on the field. Both bands are here. They're in their full Halloween garb and will perform at halftime. Of course, it's also senior day as well, senior night. The festivities kicked off a little early tonight as Londonderry honored their senior class, and we're about ready for some football. The coin toss, the national anthem when we come back. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. It's presented by Beals Insurance. Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
Well, we're back here at Lancer Park, and this is one of the better pregame traditions statewide, the entrance of the Londonderry Lancers as they get set to take the field. They'll storm out of the end zone here momentarily. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance, and we've got a doozy on tap. Two of the better programs from top to bottom, about to collide here with playoff implications on the line.
This Salem team, Nick, is really young. I think if I'm correct, there's 4 seniors on this team, and to have the kind of season, they are 6-1, and the only team that lost to is Pinkerton Academy so far, and this will close things out, and this is quite a job by Coach Abraham, having these guys at this point where Londonderry, I guarantee you, talked to one of the coaches before the game, and they are dialed in, the Lancers are, because they realize how good this team is, and they're going to have to play a solid game if they're going to come through. So I think both of these teams have everything in perspective. They are not a team. Neither one of these teams you're going to want to draw in the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned. As the weather gets colder, both of these offenses, in reality, Jimmy runs the ball a lot more than people realize.
Right.
He really does, and they block like these two teams are just incredible as far as downfield blocking. This isn't about lineman blocking. This is about 11. Whoever the 11 offensive players are, they block both sides of the ball. So I think that the Blue Devils, Nick, are going to have to do what Coach did last week against Pinkerton. They're going to have to be very clever and really get good play sequences to set up those play action passes. Coach Lozon's got the Lancers in a situation where they kind of can pass through all different configurations, where Salem is a little bit more judicious about when they do it. But I'll tell you, Coach Abraham hit it in the nose last week. He's going to have to do that today.
Well, at the quarterback spot, it'll be interesting. We know on Londonderry's side.
All 5 of them, right?
There's 5 combined
That's
quarterbacks expected to take snaps tonight. 4 of them for Londonderry. They've rotated throughout the year. And, of course, on the other side,
here they
Salem is Nolan Lumley. Well, there they are, the home team. The flag bearer is senior Seth Doyon, who was honored with his classmates a few minutes ago.
And we made sure that John's in a position tonight where he's not going to get trampled.
Although that's no guarantee.
Oh, what a great entry. Good crowd here tonight. All the way down, loaded, packed to the gills.
Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 on hand.
It's got to be. And Salem has got a good following here as well. They came out home or away.
Made the short drive up Route 93 and have filled the far side bleachers with Blue Devils supporters.
Boy, that is quite a costume ceremony going on down there, along with the band. It's. I
was about to say, we have both bands here. Both bands are in costume.
Yep.
And the Londonderry student section in the Halloween theme as well. Let's go down now to the field here for the national anthem.
In honor of America, for the playing of our national anthem to be performed tonight by both the Salem Blue Devil High School Marching Band and the world-renowned Londonderry Lancer High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Serge Bolio.
Well, there they are, both the Londonderry and the Salem marching bands collaborating here on field for the national anthem, setting the tone for the kickoff, which comes your way
Hard to believe, Nick. Hard to believe these are high school kids playing at that level. What a boy.
Well, as we know, both
the reverence in which they play it, the anthem is just a
both bands
All-American,
renowned, and 2 of the state's best. For sure.
Terrific
All right,
job.
Steve, what's it come down to tonight as we await the coin toss here? What are the keys both ways?
Well, I think Salem has got to not let happen what happened last week on special teams on that end. The funny thing is, it's not funny, but I mean the interesting thing is they did a great job on special teams the rest of the game on that. But that era, we talked to Steve, Coach Abraham last night, and he clearly laid out that was the sort of exactly what they didn't need. So they got to stay away from that early, but their special teams are going to have to play well. The thing about I think with the linebacker core and defensive core of the Lancers has got to play the way that they've played, Nick, the last 4 games, because they have been lights out. Their recovery speed, the angle of attack that they take, the linebackers, the way they contain, the way they attack from the inside, the way they read, the way they react. It's just something else to see. What we've seen is going to happen again tonight, because let me tell you, Salem is going to bring those running backs that they have in Gonzalez and Tedesco. It's just going to be absolutely a war of who's going to be able to win that battle. As far as the only other thing that I would say is the fatigue factor. This is getting late in the season. Players have been going week after week after week, and after a long season now, they start to get towards the end of the regular season games, and fatigue begins to set in. Make sure the coaches are calling timeouts to rest their players. That's extremely important. Grass field tends to tire out a little quicker. That's going to be a factor in the game as well. Both of these coaches are completely connected to their team. I don't know. I don't know what else you can really say other than what I said there, Nick. The rest of it is just going to be individual matchups and who really came to play tonight, one and all.
Looks like the coin toss is in the books. Salem wins the toss and will defer to the second half, which means Londonderry is set to receive the opening kick. As you mentioned, grass field here. Coach Lozon told us he's not allowed to practice on this field. And that may have paid off here, as there's not really any dead spots at all that I can see down there. The grass,
I walked it yesterday.
Kind of an emerald green look to it.
It does.
It's in perhaps the best shape it's been in quite some time.
Well, there's never been a situation where they haven't got the water that they needed, but they've done a terrific job. It's all, you can tell it's been aerated and everything. It's just in great shape. And this time of year, you're used to starting to see the slippy, slidey stuff, all that other stuff going on. And we've had some dry days. We haven't had a ton of rain, so it's had an opportunity to settle out. But I don't know the last time I saw October 20, whatever, that things would, like you were saying, this emerald green. That's a big factor for a grass field. We're going to see a game that isn't going to probably be affected too much by the field conditions. But both of these teams clearly can play in any kind of environment with their offensive set that they run.
All right, so Londonderry going to receive here as they bring the return team out onto the field. Connor Williams, who has really been at the head of that quarterback carousel as kind of the unofficial starter,
right,
is also a member of this return unit. The 5'9" senior is amongst four
Nick,
Lancers back deep inside the 10-yard line.
One other thing I was going to say, talk about keys of the game. I think it's very important that this younger group doesn't feel intimidated and works through that for the Salem Blue Devils, Nick, because they are younger. But what they did last week with Pinkerton showed they have the poise to do that and get it done. They need to do it again tonight. That's going to be a factor. No matter what happens, be resilient. Keep on coming. When 48 minutes is done, it is what it is. But in the meantime, don't be intimidated and go right after it because they've got the skills to do it.
Brady Gaudette will kick off. And again, it's a diamond look at the back end of the return unit for Londonderry. It's straight up in the air, it's down the middle, and we are underway as Williams deals to Shenna. And Shenna, who's got as good a speed as anybody on the field, is going to go across the 50 and end up inside the Salem 45 before he's out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So a great return and a good way to start the game for Londonderry.
Well, we talked about Coach Lozon special teams. They have the ability they really work on this, and there's a lot. It's almost like they have their own special team squad practicing all week. Look at this, completely hidden, one going through, second behind. They don't know who is coming out. They had one heck of a play here from Salem. I couldn't tell what number it was, but there he is. 80, I believe. What a great job chasing him down. Shenner is not a slow runner.
However, there was a flag on the play, and it's going against Londonderry.
Wow.
So the football is going to be backed up all the way to the Lancer 30-yard line.
Wow.
And that takes a little bit.
Where did he end up originally,
away.
Nick, on the run? The 50?
The Salem 44.
44,
so it's
okay,
a costly penalty.
Very costly.
Just 10 seconds into the game. All right, here's Williams. Going to operate out of the pistol, and that'll be the look most of the night from this Londonderry offense. As on 1st and 10, Williams looks at a four-man front for Salem. Takes the snap, calls his own number, goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, and is close to the 40-yard line in the first down stick. A gain of 9 there. Tackle made by the defensive end, Aaron Masson, the junior, part of the strong junior class. Lucius Mosier, the senior, was also there as well. It was Gonzalez from the safety spot who got him originally.
Yeah, he was following the play, Nick. You watched him. He ran across the field. They've obviously, both these teams have studied film.
So now the playbook wide open on 2nd down and 1. Coach Lozon will stick with the run game. And Jake Shenna is pushed back. That's Daniel Hughes, one of the co-captains. The junior, right in the heart of that Salem defense, plugged the hole, but it's not enough as Londonderry gets what they were looking for. Needed 1, they get 2. And it's a 1st and 10 on the way here for the Lancers.
Yeah, is that Cody's 74? Ryan, it's dark in here. Well, anyway, 74, nice job.
Wingback comes near side, trying to free up the running back, Shenna. He's planted by Hughes at about the 46-yard line, a gain of 5, and a 2nd and 5 coming.
You know, you'll see this run here again. You just see how quickly they get through the line. So many teams, the Pinkertons, the Londonderrys, they do a great job of getting through the line quickly, and that's a key. Salem, the same thing. It's all about tempo.
Again, a 4-man front for the Blue Devils. 2nd down and 5. Williams from the pistol. Play fake. He's got all kinds of time. Goes down the seam, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Seth Doyon. The ball overthrown. Doyon wanted a flag.
It was close.
Instead, we'll have a 3rd and 5.
A lot of this is where the official was on the other side, Nick, of the hip, the hips clashing there. Now watch this as he goes down the field. Yeah, it's hard to call that. That was just a terrific job of stealthing, if you will, some physicality to slow him down. I wouldn't call him beat, but
that was Caden Smith, the senior corner.
Yeah,
coverage.
Did a good job there. Everything he could do.
So now 3rd down and 5. Salem a chance to force a punt here. Londonderry hoping to keep the drive going. They stick with Williams. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's got
gone.
the 1st down and then some. One man to beat at the 20-yard line. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah. Again, how many?
A spectacular run by Connor Williams. It's a 55-yard rush. And Londonderry, with less than 2 minutes gone by, they strike first 6-0.
Watch the timing of waiting for he waits for the block to be developed. There's a cross block that sealed it out, and then he took off right after it. Watch, see if we get a good look at it. See, right there, number 50, is it 50 or 55, did a great job of pushing him across out of the play, and he ran it, he bolted it just the right time. Terrific run. Well-designed play.
Williams showing off the speed, and the extra point up and good off the left foot of junior Blake
what a
Thompson.
great job.
So Londonderry on a 3rd down and 5, they keep it with the quarterback, and it pays off as Connor Williams goes 55 yards to the house.
Yeah, Ty Miles in there as well. Had some assistance from somebody. I couldn't tell who it was, but they opened up a nice gap for him, and he timed it just right to start bolting. Look at that hole. Look at that. 50, number 50. Who's that?
That's Michael Tissel.
Michael Tissel. What a terrific job.
One of the big senior offensive linemen.
And that's a tough block right there.
He's listed at 6'1", 250.
Yeah, I can see it. But Nick, that's a real tough block. He's coming to contain, and you've got to push him out of the play. Great coordination, great execution.
So Londonderry
draws first.
They get the big play. They take a 7-0 lead. That fires up this home crowd here at Lancer Park, and now the emphasis is on the visiting Blue Devils to respond. Both teams, again, 6-1 against in-state competition. The winner tonight most likely wraps up the number 4 seed in the upcoming Division I tournament. Of course, 13 teams now get in, and the top 3 get a bye.
This is going to be so important for Salem to get a good special teams play right here, get in decent field position to go and bring out their offensive attack.
Thompson's kick is end over end, and it will be handled just shy of the 15-yard line by Gonzalez. Makes his way to the right. He's got a block. He's up to the 30, still alive at the 35, and he's spun down just shy of the 40. So a good return there. Draws some applause from the visitor sideline, and now Salem set to operate 1st and 10.
Watch here. This ball would have gone long. He would have ran much further. It wasn't for Shenna. Watch Shenna get off that block. Look at that. What a terrific job. That's great separation by Shenna on the go. He's such a versatile player. Watch this. See how he breaks off? And there he is right there. Might have saved a touchdown, if not all the way into Londonderry territory. Big special teams play there. But so they got good field position. Sorry, Nick.
As we know, they run the T. However, they're going to come out in a gun here with 2 receivers to the left side. They fake to Hughes. Noah Lumley, the senior, is going to throw off the back foot. Incomplete. Trying to find a man over on the right side and threw it a little bit low. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah,
that was intended. Sorry, Steve.
That's okay.
The tight end Ivan Cologne III, who played well last week in the loss against Pinkerton.
Sure did. I don't know if he was throwing to him or the person before him. It's hard to tell. But
nonetheless, Coach Abraham throwing a bit of a monkey wrench in.
Yeah, coming right out.
Going to the air on 1st down. We'll see what they do here on 2nd and 10. They go to Tedisco, and the junior cuts upfield, brings a tackler with him up across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Good gain there of about 7 to set up 3rd down and 3.
How many times do we see Londonderry foil a play like that? That just shows you the quality blocking that's going on with Salem. We haven't seen many teams that allow a run like that with this great defense of Londonderry. Speaks volumes to the technique, the play design, and the execution by the Blue Devils. Great job.
Ty Parson on the tackle. He was praised last night by Coach Lozon. Hand off to Tedisco. Same play. This time, though, it goes nowhere. Londonderry awaiting at the edge. Jake Perron, one of these veteran seniors, able to wrap up Tedisco and force what looks like an upcoming punt.
Look at the separation the defenders get. Watch this. Just clogging it up. They're so good at getting off blocks, Nick, defensively, and it opens up running lanes for their linebacker core, which is as good as any in the state.
So the Lancers with a 7-0 lead on the board. They force a 3-and-out, and they nearly block a punt. However,
wow.
We got a flag on the way. Now a fumble on the return. The ball is loose. Salem says they have it.
Londonderry saying they have it. I don't think so, Nick. I think Salem has it.
Try to dig through the pile here, and the Blue Devils do have the football.
Big play. Like to see it. Take a look at this, Nick, because there was looked like 3 Lancers, Nick, just coming full speed. And I really believe they thought they had the block, and they almost did. But the result of that is just, yeah.
Would have been a 1st down if not for the punt.
Well,
which, as you can see there, was bobbled on the run. Salem recovers, and the Blue Devils, in a mirror image of last week, where they got caught on a punt return. The ball went off one of the gunner's legs. This time, the ball bounces in their favor, and they get the football in Londonderry territory, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Ty Miles came in on the right. He kicked it. I really believe that they were sure they were going to block that punt.
So Salem with new life at the Lancer 42-yard line. A fresh set of downs. They'll face a 5-man front. Lumley under center. Hand to Gonzalez. It's the junior's first carry. And he tumbles his way inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Stopped by a number of Lancers, including Parsons.
This defensive front, Nick, of Ty Miles, 76, Paul Binder, and 70. I can't read it.
That's Colin Kuchar.
Yeah, Kuchar, of course. And this is I think, Nick, defensive line-wise, I think Londonderry's has got as good a defensive line as anybody I've seen all year.
4 minutes gone by, first quarter. On 2nd down and 6, Lumley's got a man open, but Tedisco can't quite reel it in. It falls incomplete, and a 3rd down is on the way.
That was a well-designed play. I think called at the right time, Nick. Great timing of the call. I thought he had it, and he was open. Yeah. Instead of trying to get yards after the catch, you probably want to kind of just go down and try to catch that ball on your knees and bring it in. But easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 3rd down and 6. Salem looking for their first down of the drive. Gonzalez in motion. Lumley going to hand to the big back Hughes on second effort. Not going to get much. Alex Villa, the junior on the edge, makes the tackle after only a yard pickup for Salem. So 4th down and 5. Coach Abraham now with a decision to make here.
Yeah, watch that. See how they clogged the lineup, Nick? The off tackle has been open on the what was open on the right there. I don't think there's any doubt we're going here.
4th down and 4 officially from the 36-yard line. And Salem will indeed go for it.
Big play in the game here, Nick. I know it's really early, but these are the trendsetters right here.
Lumley takes the snap. It's a pitch. Right side. Tedisco lowers the shoulder, and he's not going to get there. stopped along the sideline. Londonderry's Adrian Cruz, the sophomore, fired up after the stop.
I want to find out who that defender was on the outside. You talk about lightning. He'll get up right there. 20. Oh.
That's Doyon.
Is it Doyle? Look at the speed on 27, Doyle getting out there. Wow.
Seth Doyon,
excuse me.
who led his team onto the field carrying the flag out of the end zone before the game.
Seth, I don't know what you had for breakfast this morning, but keep doing it. That was an unbelievable defensive play, Nick. The speed in which he got out there and scissored the legs was just phenomenal. I thought he had the first down. It looked like he had a lot of room there coming out of nowhere.
So Londonderry with a 7-0 lead on the board, not 8, is going to take the snap and roll out the quarterback. It's Sam Ogden on his first pass. He's got a man and a first down. That's Devin Bowles, the 6'3 junior, able to get free and pick up 13 yards and a first down.
Sam took a heck of a shot. You'll see it here in the replay, Nick. He's hurting a little bit. I think he may be stepping out of the game. He was fully extended, and just as he extended this pass, watch what happens here. Wow.
They paid the price.
Matt, that's a heck of a job there on video, getting that.
1st and 10.
Great job.
Ball just shy of midfield. Cam Brutus, the third quarterback to see action.
Wow.
Slips through the line of scrimmage and zigzags his way close to the first down marker, down to the Salem 42-yard line.
Nick, I'll tell you,
spotted.
Watch the speed of the Lancer offense getting to blocks. They are playing, Nick, at a pace that's just amazing. The speed, once the play starts all the way to the whistle, the intensity they play, the high level of execution in which they do it.
Sets up another 2nd and 1.
This is as good as I've seen them.
Brutus going to toss. It's Shenna. First down and then some. Along the sideline, going to step out of bounds.
Yeah.
Just shy of the 30-yard line. That goes for 11. And another Lancer first down. If you're just joining us, Londonderry's got a 7-0 lead, thanks to a 55-yard touchdown run by starting quarterback senior Connor Williams. That came less than 2 minutes in on the Lancers' opening drive. Salem could not move the football on their drive despite the fact that they got a fumble on a faulty punt return.
Well, I think that pass there that
this one's going to be blown dead.
Tedesco wasn't able to bring down, Nick, that was a big play that they needed at that time. And Lumley just threw it a little bit short. But
meanwhile, a false start is the call. Our referee tonight is Jeff Isabel.
Flag over here. Oh, that's the same one. Okay.
Got a 5-man crew tonight, as we usually do. So 2 penalties early here against the Lancers. They had a hold on the opening kickoff.
Well, this is an opportunity for the Blue Devils to have a 1st and 15 for the Lancers. They got a little room. They got a string. They don't want to go down by 2 scores if you can help it.
Brutus going to call his own number out of the spread set. Bounce his way left side, pick up the first down, spin.
Wow.
And in the end, it goes for 17 yards, and the Londonderry Lancers will move the chains once again.
Coach Lozon talked about him, Nick, about how he really is he's stepping his way up the ladder as far as his performance out in the field. And you look at the nimbleness and the vision that he has to get free. There was literally nothing there, Nick, and he breaks tackles, holds on to the football very well while he's doing spin moves.
Meanwhile, Sam Ogden is back in the game after taking that big hit a moment ago.
Yeah.
The junior quarterback in the pistol. First carry for the backup running back, Carson Palma. The junior not going to find much as Hughes, waiting in the hole, is going to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, you look at the intensity at which the runners are running with the football. But you got to give the Blue Devils credit, Nick. They're trying to wrap the very best that they can. Not an easy thing to do when you're running the ball and you got those big guys up front. They've got to be able to stop this drive here.
Meanwhile, it looks like we have a helmet issue. So it's an official's timeout, as I believe that's Hughes.
Yeah.
Who is trying to get the chin strap buckled. Get a look there, a little help from his friends. It's Aaron Masson providing assistance, and now we're ready to go. Inside of 5 minutes, first quarter. Londonderry looking to push their lead up to 2 scores. Ogden is going to throw from a clean pocket. He's got Bowles for a touchdown. It's a 21-yard touchdown through the air. Ogden to Bowles. The 2 juniors in sync there, and Londonderry looking very good here in the opening minutes. It's 13-0.
Very good. I would agree with that. And the speed, Nick, right now that Londonderry's playing with, as good as the Blue Devils are, it's right now it's just a little too fast. And the execution playing at this speed, really lends itself to really intense, productive practices during the week. You can see this is not the team we saw, Nick, back against Concord here on the early part of the season.
Wow, the extra point try is good despite a high snap. A good hold, and then Thompson boots it right down the middle. So Londonderry with a 14-0 lead. They get touchdowns on their first 2 drives. The latest, a 21-yard touchdown pass from Sam Ogden to Devin Bowles.
Watch the mechanics by Ogden. Watch the going forward, right through the ball, throws it exactly where it needs to be, away from the defenders. Nobody else is going to be able to get it except the receiver. And what a nice route by Bowles. Terrific route. He's such a versatile player. I mean, you could bring that guy onto a college team, Nick, and there's so many things that he could excel at.
And he's still got a year athlete to grow and progress. He's listed at 6'3", 225.
Scary.
The junior, of course, comes from a football family.
Yep.
Riley Bowles, a 2-time state champion and a 3-year starter, a graduate back in 2022.
One of those guys, Nick, that I coined that phrase, let Riley Bowles be Riley Bowles, because that's just one of those kids, one of those few type of players. You just got to let him do what he needs to do. He's highly intelligent.
Meanwhile,
great football player.
We've got ourselves an onside kick. Salem is ready. And a good recovery along the front lines there by Alexander DeVoe. The senior not fooled. Took it off the bounce.
Yep.
Falls to the ground. And as a result, Salem is going to have excellent starting field position here at the Londonderry 47-yard line.
Well, nice breeze, Nick, coming across. Well done. Good kick. Gave him the opportunity. The Blue Devils come through and pounce on it. Got to answer here, Nick, if you're the Blue Devils. Whether it's 3 or 6 or 7, you got to answer here. At this point, you got great field position.
It's Lumley under center on 1st and 10 against the 4-man front. Handoff to Disco. Cuts his way downfield.
Nice run.
It ends up at the 40-yard line. Stopped by Williams and Jaden Navarro. After an 8-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Yeah.
Well, Tedesco, Steve, he's played well.
He has.
All season.
I felt bad last night. I left him out when I was talking about all these developing players. And Coach Abraham says, don't forget about this. Basically, don't forget about this. Trust me, Friday Night Lights does not forget about watching Mr. Tedesco.
No.
He is a first-rate player.
He's going to have to play a big role tonight.
He's got gifts.
He's going to get back in this one. On 2nd down and short, it's Gonzalez who leans forward. He's inside the 40, but well shy of that 1st down marker.
Breeze picking up here just a little bit.
Gorgeous night here in Londonderry. Temperatures in the lower 60s. And the fans have turned out as expected on senior night. Salem has brought their faithful with them as well.
Yeah, this
and
place
all
is
in
jammed.
all, a great atmosphere as usual here at Lancer Park.
Yeah.
Londonderry, 2 early touchdowns. As we head towards the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter, we're going to have the game's first time out. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. By MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com and start raising money for your team today. By New Hampshire iPhone Repair. It's done while you wait. and it's backed by their lifetime warranty, now with 5 locations in southern New Hampshire and on the seacoast. Visit NHiPhoneRepair.com. By the New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. And finally, by Spectrum Monthly, powerful local advertising solutions. Find out more at SpectrumMonthly.com. Nick and Astis, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Final week of the regular season. The winner most likely will get the number 4 seed in the upcoming Division I tournament. All right.
Stingy defense here.
Salem on 3rd and short. They run another run play, and they do pick up enough as Colin Sulfovitz, the freshman, able to move the sticks for the visitors, and Salem picks up a much-needed first down.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's players that play both sides of the ball, Nick, but they've got to sustain a drive, move the sticks here to get the defense mindset a rest for a little time, and if they can get in and score, they can tighten things up.
Lumley in trouble, going to throw, incomplete.
That was a good. This is what you
pressure there from Ty Miles. The senior was all over him, and Lumley did all he could just to get that one off.
Yeah, this is what you want to see right here from a quarterback. Watch him roll out. He knows he's got that sense. See, he knows what's behind him, and he's got the coordination, the height, and the strength to get rid of that ball and not take a loss.
As we know, Ty Miles, one of the most recognizable players statewide.
Met his dad for the game.
Was a part of that 2021 championship squad as a sophomore starter. The pitch to the freshman. He's met at the line of scrimmage by Brutus and dropped just 2 yards downfield at the Lancer 33-yard line. So a 3rd down and 8 coming up.
He does not look like a freshman, Nick. He's Salem Blue Devils strong this year. But, boy, they've got a future.
Yeah.
Coach Abraham and that great staff of his has got some ball players coming up, and they are going to be a force, at least as far as we can see right now, Nick.
As we know, large junior class.
Yep. Talented.
Sprinkle in some sophomores, even some freshmen, as we've seen, and
all
they'll be
contribute.
On really the short list of contenders next season. But don't write them off. As we mentioned, 6-1. Their first in-state loss came just a week ago. Lumley on the rollout. It's 3rd down and 6. He's looking to go deep. Up in the air, and Doyon is going to bat that away, incomplete. Trying to hook up with Tedisco inside the 5-yard line, but the defensive back times the jump well, and it's 4th down.
But watch Tedisco come over his back. Not necessary to catch the ball here. He's trying to keep it away from his other one. He plays defense on offense. That's a heads-up play by Mr. Tedisco. Terrific job. Keeps his offensive group alive. You know, we were talking while they're in the huddle, Nick, about Mr. Miles came up to me and said that thank you so much for all what you guys do. And I don't know what to say other than that Ty Miles, the pleasure is all ours.
Yeah.
Mr. Miles, you've got a heck of a young man there, and he's a heck of a football player, and he's given us joy for years on end here.
4th and 7. Lancers looking to force another 4th down stop. Lumley again throws it up for grabs, and this time it is caught. That's Caden Smith with a spinning catch at the 6-yard line. It's going to set up 1st down and goal. Outstanding grab there on 4th down.
Unbelievable. Look at the concentration. I like what Lumley did, too. They gave him a pocket. He moved out a little bit, went to the hashes, saw them downfield, watched the concentration. That is just great body position. And he got it. What
Able
a great
to
shot.
turn and pull it in with 2 hands.
Yeah, John, Matt, and Kristen are hitting it on the money tonight. We're getting a lot of good shots. Love it.
Caden Smith, the senior.
And, Nick, you know how much I depend on video return. I like the replays.
Meanwhile, Gonzalez goes nowhere. Riley Bowles waiting at the line of scrimmage. And now a 2nd down and goal coming up with the football just outside the 5-yard line as we tick down towards 1 minute remaining here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, it's to close out the quarter, Nick, if they can get in 14-7. Gives Salem that kind of life and energy to say, we can do this.
Lumley under center on 2nd and goal. Fakes the handoff, throws another rainbow pass for Smith.
Ooh.
Incomplete.
Little contact, but I think it was going both ways, Nick. I think that's why the referee kept the flag in the pocket.
Nathan Marshall, the junior, in on the coverage. And now a 3rd and goal coming.
If you look over here, if we get it in view here, look at this pass over to the far end, and there's a lot of double, a little bit of hand stuff going on, but it was going on both ways.
It was not Marshall, but Matt Carroll on the coverage.
Yep.
So 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
This is big for the Blue Devils.
Salem trying to get on the board. 1 minute even remaining first quarter. Handoff to Tedesco, jumps through the line of scrimmage, but stumbles at about the 4-yard line, is stopped by Ty Miles right there. Devin Bowles again in on the stop. So now 4th down and goal from the 4 coming up.
Yeah, Devin's the ability on the field to process quickly, and then to have that frame that develop. I mean, this young man.
Doyon got him around the
something
ankles
else
as well.
Yeah, and Doyon's been everywhere tonight. Everywhere.
So a big play here.
This is just great football. Both teams.
4th
talented
down
guys.
from the 4. On a rollout, Lumley, nobody in front.
What a
He's
call.
in the end zone for the touchdown.
What a
It's
call.
the bootleg on 4th and goal. And Salem comes up with a big answer here in the closing seconds of the first quarter. They're on the board. It's now 14-6.
Absolutely, Nick. Watch Lumley hide this football and fake this thing so well. Watch him. Look at that. He hides the ball in his back hip. Nobody picks it up. How could you? And then he's got that speed and power to get in the end zone. As he's one-on-one on the 1-yard line, he's going to bust it through 90% of defensive players. That's just a great call by the Blue Devil staff right there.
So now the extra point to try and make it 14-7.
That's good.
Is good.
Got a football game.
So Gaudette able to sneak that one inside the left upright. Cap off the drive. So this one a short field to begin. They took their first snap at the Londonderry 47-yard line. They need 4 downs inside the 5-yard line to get it done, but Coach Abraham will take it.
And Coach,
his team is alive and well here with 17 seconds to go in the opening frame.
Coach Lozon, that was just a well-designed play. They forced the defensive back to leave the zone, and it was the element of surprise, the timing, and the execution by Lumley that just there was no way anybody was going to catch him. So Coach Lozon talking to his defensive group as they were coming back off the field, want to get that one right so that doesn't happen again. So we saw this with Coach Abraham and his crew calling plays last week against Pinkerton. Terrific job, great sequencing. The element of surprise, that long pass down the middle of the field was tremendous. And we saw that cross-body pass that was Tedesco as well that was able to get it, but it was the velocity and in which he threw it that gave Tedesco the opportunity to make a difficult catch, but made it anyway.
That was Cade Smith on that grab.
Was that Smith? Okay.
On 4th down.
I don't want to take away accolades on somebody,
but
just want to call attention to the play.
Smith has played well here on both sides of the ball in this first quarter.
The Ty Miles getting a little bit of first aid down here. I don't know what it was. But looks like he's
seated at the end of the bench. We'll keep an eye on pick number 75. Meanwhile, this one is out of the back of the end zone. A touchback. Gaudette's got a leg, as we know.
He has got a leg, yeah.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Lancer 20-yard line. 17 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Don't you see that? Don't you think, Nick, this year when you look at Exeter, you look at Portsmouth, you look at Londonderry, Pinkerton, the legs that are out there this year. I don't think I've seen a year with so many players I think could have the potential to hit in the good conditions a 40-yard field goal, Nick. Some of these guys are really, come on. I don't remember a year where I saw as good and accurate place kicking as I have this year. A lot of stuff in the end zone, Nick.
I would agree with
Down
that.
the 5-yard line on kickoffs. I mean, just good stuff.
14-7. And now the 4th quarterback to make an appearance for Londonderry is Alex Villa. Who makes his name primarily on defense on the edge, but we know he's a dangerous weapon offensively as well. Coach Lozon going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Something not quite right in the head coach's mind there as he's going to burn his first.
Yeah, the opposition just scored on you. That's what's and Coach Lozon knows tempo and flow of a game as good as any coach in the league, Dick. He knows he's got to pounce on his offensive. He's really got to have a good offensive set. He wants that two-score separation, and I think this timeout is as much as the set, like to your point, was on the field, but also to talk to these guys, say, look, guys, this team doesn't quit. And we saw that. So you've got to execute now and get all his I's dotted and his T's crossed as a team. Don't get complacent. You got to stay focused.
Now 10 years on the Londonderry sideline. He's in year number 2 as the school's athletic director as well. All right. So after the timeout, Villa and the Lancer offense come back onto the field. Salem with a 4-man front defensively. They fake the handoff. They keep it with Villa. He's got a good hole. He's going to bounce outside. He's at the 35-yard line.
He's a load.
And he's across the 40 before he's finally tackled by Hughes. It's a 21-yard pickup for Villa.
You were talking about Villa and Bowles have the frames on them that are very difficult to bring down on offense and extremely difficult to block. The extension that these guys get, getting offensive player blocking off of them, and then you see here how hard it is to bring him down.
So, Londonderry scored 2 touchdowns right off the bat. Salem able to respond on a 4th and goal with a score of their own. And after 1 quarter here at Lancer Park, we have a 14-7 Londonderry lead on the board. Right back for quarter number 2 in just a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Back here, second quarter in Londonderry. The Lancers with a 14-7 lead over Salem. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, final week of the regular season. And on the first play of the second quarter, we have encroachment against the Salem defense. That's the first penalty against the Blue Devils tonight. Londonderry looked good early, scoring the game's first 2 touchdowns.
Oh.
Alex Villa going to get wrestled down here.
Number 36.
After a 4-yard pickup.
26.
That's Hughes again, who's starting to really pile up some tackles in this first half.
Watch the form tackle here against a man very difficult to bring down. See the square hips, and he keeps on driving upward, which takes Villa off of that advantage that he has. Watch. He lifts him up. See? He lifts up and keeps driving the legs, and that takes Villa away from his – it's an old wrestling move. You know, sumo wrestling, actually.
No gain on the play.
Terrific
Second
job.
down and 5. Screen near side. It's Bowles. Not going to get much.
That's a
Jacob
big play.
Chartienitz, the junior, was right there to get him around the waist. It looks like a 2-yard pickup. Set up a 3rd down and 3. Again, Londonderry, less than 2 minutes in, they got a big 55-yard touchdown run from the starting quarterback, Connor Williams, to take a 7-0 lead. Stopped Salem on a 4th down, and then made it 14-0 on a 21-yard toss from Sam Ogden to Devin Bowles. Salem responds in the final 17 seconds of the quarter with a 4-yard touchdown run from their senior quarterback, Noah Lumley. On 3rd and 3, it's a left side run, and that is a first down. Good second effort there for the junior Carson Palma on just his second carry of the football game.
Watch Bowles here. I think it was Bowles. Watch the blocking of Evan Bowles. You're going to see it right here. Number 5. Watch him get out in front of the lead. Well, okay, he was further inside. 52. Let's give him some accolades, too.
That's Cooper Freitas.
What a great job.
And a vaunted member of this offensive line. Meanwhile, Coach Lozon may have just switched the play.
He's been known to do that.
Yep.
Sometimes 2-3 times.
In direct communication with the junior Alex Villa. On 1st and 10, Villa in the pistol. It's Garcia behind him. They fake to Garcia. They keep it with Villa. He spins his way down to the Salem 42-yard line. Spun down there by the defensive end, Lucius Mosier. The senior has played well all season for Salem.
I think they were calling for a horse collar, but that was all shirt right there. Good call good non-call by our officiating staff today. They're doing a great job, by the way.
I was about to say, it's been pretty clean.
Excellent.
At least 15 or so minutes in.
Very methodical. The ball's getting back to line of scrimmage. You know, talking about Stevie Hall's crew the other night, how the same situation happening here. These guys are on it.
A referee again tonight is Jeff Isabel, one of the veterans. Salem going to blitz. Villa is going to dump it over to Garcia. And Garcia is going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, upstairs is telling them that they're coming for the quarterback. It's starting, the defensive staff, the defense of the Blue Devils, Nick, is beginning to say, we got to take some risk. We got to get the ball back. And the quick response and adjustment by Londonderry sideline is something I've been watching for years, Nick. They do a great job at it. And a lot of that comes from upstairs, coming downstairs on the field, and switching things on the fly.
Good run after the catch by Palmer.
Great play call in the current defense. The way the defense is coming at him. Great response for a play call right there.
Palmer will stay in as the tail here. In the pistol, there's a wing back left side. Play fake. Villa on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws.
I think it affected it.
Intended for Bowles, who was a little upset.
Who was that? Number 50, 51? I think it's 51, Nick. Let me tell you, he brought it. Watch the hit here coming in.
That's Bennett.
Wow.
Bennett Atkins, the senior.
Bennett had his Wheaties this morning. Boy, Bennett, that is bringing it. Very good quality, safe, great hit, but done tactically correct.
Salem hoping for a stop. After Londonderry scored a pair of touchdowns on their first 2 drives, this is drive number 3. Which began in the final seconds of the first quarter. Already over 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Big hole up the middle. That's Jake Shenna. Going to grind his way down to the 20-yard line and pick up another Londonderry first down.
Nick, I got to tell you, the response of the Londonderry offense to the stunting and defensive calls here, Nick.
That was Palmer.
They're either lucky, good, or both, because let me tell you, they're probably because they're making great changes.
Yeah.
There's a good cat and mouse game going on here between these two outstanding coaches and their staffs.
Palmer has been the running back of choice on this drive. He's going to stay in. Villa is going to follow him left side, go inside the 15, where he steps out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're going to see number 4 win the battle, Jaden Navano. Watch here, folks. Watch the defensive end block. See, he's way out. See, he's winning that block. There's your contained man that was on the ground with the blocker. The blocker pushed him out, and that's what gave Villa the lane to get through.
And Navarro has played well all year on both sides of the football for Londonderry. Villa slips and is planted by Hughes. Going to lose yardage there. Tackled at about the 14-yard line. That was actually 2nd down and 1. So the loss of officially 2 means 3rd down and 3 coming up here.
Yep, big play here. Nick, you can't take anything away from the heart and the soul and the work and the effort that the Salem Blue Devil defense is putting in here, Nick. They're doing everything in their power.
Another quarterback change. Yep. Sam Ogden is back in the game.
Well, I think Villa got hit a number of times.
Doyon in motion. They fake to him, and then Ogden is tackled short of the first down. Good job up front there by Salem. Ryan Tott, the sophomore defensive lineman, with the tackle.
He's going.
It's 4th down and I guess 4 officially.
Yep. I thought he might kick just to create, get a larger scale, but he's going to go for it right here. I don't think there's a bad decision you can make on this one, Nick. This is 50-50 right on down the line.
Yep,
Londonderry's run the ball well, got good yardage per carry.
Going to roll the dice here. Ogden looking over his left shoulder. Coach Lozon flashing hand signals on the sideline. Just over 5 minutes gone by, second quarter. It's a lengthy drive
they
here
were looking,
for Londonderry, and they're going to extend it a little further with a timeout here.
Well, we'll see what they do, Nick. I don't know if it was a communication, that ran out of time, or it was he was trying to draw them off sides. I'm not sure. I would think that if Ogden's staying in there, that's what it was. It was a communication gap that they had going in on and off there.
Yeah, the kicker Thompson still on the sideline.
Totally can understand why they would play that business of changing plays and all the making out is running your cadence and trying to get the why not? It can't hurt. Get 5 yards. You got a first down.
Salem stays disciplined.
Very disciplined.
And it stays 4th and 3. Londonderry now with just one timeout remaining.
Yeah.
Nearing the midway point, second quarter. It's a big game, as we know. The winner most likely becomes the number 4 seed.
Yep.
Of course, the preliminary round next week. Coming up real quick.
Londonderry lost one game so far to Pinkerton, and they could win out and still
end up as the 4 seed. Yeah, it's a strange year in terms of we may end up with 3 undefeated Division I teams at the conclusion of the 9-week regular season. And by the way, we'll get some scores at halftime.
I was going to say, I hope you're getting some scores of the East that was going on out there.
Yeah, there's some big games statewide tonight with plenty of playoff implications. All right, 4th down and 3.
Spalding in the mix, too.
Again, Ogden looking over at Coach Lozon. He's in the pistol.
Whoop.
That's Palma behind him as the tailback.
Defense changed lanes. We'll see if they can stop it.
They hand to Palma left side. He's dragged down. That's very close.
It's short. It's absolutely
like about a yard shy, and indeed, Salem gets the stop that they wanted. Roman Mosier, the junior, was there celebrating with his Salem teammates.
How big is that, Nick? That is a huge defensive stop.
Oh, so a lengthy drive.
Very lengthy.
Of over 5 minutes does not result in points for Londonderry as Salem gets the stop they needed.
And Londonderry's been getting the yardage they need to get that first down, Nick. But Salem seems to be strengthening a little bit on defense. I don't know if you've noticed that they're changing up a lot of defensive calls, which are giving guys an opportunity to get to the quarterback. They're putting more pressure on the quarterback, and
they're tackling better.
And I have no question in my mind that the Lancers are going to respond to that.
Yeah.
This is that cat-mouse game that goes on between two coaches that know what the heck's going on in the field.
So Salem, after trailing 14-0, it's now 14-7, and they've got the football at their own 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's a toss, and Gonzalez trying to do all he can just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, that Londonderry defensive line was not going to budge. Colin Kuchar with his second tackle here in this first half. They give him 3 on the second effort. We welcome those of you watching statewide. Appreciate you tuning in live tonight. If you have not done so already, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNL NH Media.
Must be a lot of people, Nick, that are interested in this game because a lot of people watching on TV, and there's a whole bunch of people here that are watching the game live. So there's some attention on this one.
Flag thrown.
Got another flag here as this play is blown dead. Of course, we'll be broadcasting next weekend. Part of that preliminary round coverage. We're hoping to get 2 games, both on Saturday, coming your way. We'll see how the games end up being scheduled, but we'll definitely be on air for at least one of them next Saturday. And, of course, we'll preview the entire, not only Division I tournament, but 2 and 3 as well, coming up Thursday night. Part of our FNL Gridiron program, which airs every Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern, only on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. On second down, it's a stretch play, and that is not going to get to the corner.
Is that Doyon?
It's Doyon again, waiting along the sideline.
Wow, is he playing some cornerback tonight, Nick?
Yeah, Tedesco.
Look at that attack speed that he's got. Look at it. He gets off the blocker. What a valuable player to have on your defensive football team squad, Nick. This kid's having a night tonight. And I'll tell you, how many teams have we seen Salem? We've seen them a lot this year. They break those outside runs. Doyon has been the difference over and over and over again. Great shot of Ty Miles there. On his way over to Holy Cross next year.
Doyon's got 5 tackles here in this first half, all out of the secondary. On the rollout, it's Lumley deep downfield. Smith is wide open in midfield. Foot race at the 30. He's going to try to cut it up. Breaks a tackle from Doyon. He's still alive at the 20. Before he's finally pushed out of bounds close to the 15-yard line.
Wow.
That is a play of nearly 60 yards through the air, the longest play from scrimmage either way in this first half.
That was a reception. How about, look at this arm strength from Lumley. Full speed, throws it 35 yards down the field, Nick, on a line.
Off the back foot.
Off the back foot, running full speed to the sideline.
Smith having quite a first half as well. He had that big catch on fourth down, and now he had 60 receiving yards to his stat line after this catch.
I got to tell you, I had a nice conversation last week with his dad, Mr. Lumley, outside of Salem High School. I'd be proud of that young man.
Meanwhile, live action. Only a 1-yard gain for Tedesco up the middle. It'll be 2nd down and 9 with the ball spotted at the 15-yard line.
And the reception was, I believe, by number 2, right?
Caden Smith.
Caden runs a great route, had his hand in the air like he's supposed to, comes back a little bit on the ball, and then look at the yards after the initial tackle of two defenders, Nick. He grabs another 12 yards after that.
Yeah.
They came here to play. They're committed.
Hoping to tie the football game here.
That 4th down, if that happens, that 4th down is looming large, that defensive stop.
It's their second trip in the red zone. Lumley going to roll out left side this time. Throws for Cologne. Catch made.
He's in.
And the tight end is in the end zone for the touchdown. It's a 15-yard touchdown pass from Noah Lumley to Ivan Cologne III. And the big tight end with a nice spin move there down by the goal line to bring Salem within a point. It's now 14-13.
Execution, Nick. Look at Lumley, weak side. Okay, he's going to show us his strength on the outside. How about on a strong side? How about his weak side right there? This kid can do it all. He's doing a film review tonight, Nick. It's unbelievable. And how about that? Who's that, number 18?
That's Ivan Cologne.
Ivan Cologne, what a terrific job. That spin move, Nick, as you were talking about, that was a beauty. But Lumley threw it in a place where only he could catch it, and then he dives into the end zone. This Blue Devil team came to play tonight.
After trailing 14-0, Salem, they get on the board late in the first quarter on a 4-yard touchdown run from Noah Lumley. They get the 4th down stop a moment ago in the red zone. And then they come back 88 yards in short time, just under 3 minutes.
It's
capped off by a 15-yard touchdown pass as we see it here from Lumley to Cologne.
What a nice grab. Spin move into the end zone. Boy, I'll tell you, there's one for the highlight reel right there. Those last two plays, Nick, both of them.
And it seems like Coach Abraham has opened up the playbook a bit tonight, going pass heavy in this first half, and it's paid off.
Well, I mean, the only way, if their cornerbacks, Nick, are going to screw down that tight on Salem, and they have, you'll look at Doyon, same situation there. He's making those tackles. They're shutting down the run. Well, if the cornerbacks are screwed down, that leaves only either 1 or 2 safeties, depending on the coverage you've got. And there's going to be opportunities with 3 receivers, Nick. You're going to spread the field out. Somebody's going to be open. But it takes Lumley to find that guy and that offensive line to give him the vision and the time he needs to do it. And they're doing it.
Got out with a short kick. Takes a bounce inside the 20. And it's picked up by Carroll, who maneuvers his way across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line before he's tackled by Jacob Schartnitz. So, we got a brand new game here. But just inside of 4 minutes to go until halftime, we are tied at 14. And now Londonderry going to bring the offense back onto the field, looking for a jolt. Try and bring this crowd back into it as well, as it's been quiet here as of late.
Nick, you saw that defensive play down here on that 4th down. If you remember, they slanted to the left from the right, which forced the blockers to go down hard to the right to open it up. And then, the defensive work to make that open field tackle still is a big play of the game as well.
1st and 10. It's Ogden at the controls for Londonderry, and he's tackled up near the face mask.
Yeah, they're going to get it.
Well, the Lancer sideline all over it. Flag comes in, and it looks like a personal foul is coming up here against Salem.
Well, it looks like he was coming through with his face mask down low, Nick, and he grabbed on, and the official was right where he needed to be to see that. Yeah, that was a pull.
That's Aaron
No
Masson.
question. Yeah, that'll be a 15. I would assume that'll be a 15-yarder for sure.
Meanwhile, Masson having a standalone conversation with the official.
Personal foul facing.
I don't know what he would be.
I think he's trying to say it was incidental, but
Yeah, no, that you can't. You see the
Can't
twist.
yank,
That
yeah.
you can't. Yeah, you can't hang on
so
there.
it's 15 instead of 5. That's
Londonderry
just
will
the
take it.
second penalty against Salem in this first half.
Yeah, very disciplined overall.
So the ball at the Lancer 48-yard line. A hard count here from Ogden. Coach Lozon may have just switched it up again.
Very good at reading defenses and getting in the right play call. Coach Lozon, we've seen it doing it for years.
So on the audible, Ogden finally takes the snap on 1st and 10. Sling it left side. It's a screen for Shenna. And he's popped out of bounds near the first down stick at about the Salem
somebody's down.
43-yard line. There's a Blue Devil shaking up.
I think it's Smith. Is it Smith?
No, I think it's Jacob Schartnitz.
We have an official time.
So we've got a stoppage here as they attend to Schartnitz, who was involved in the tackle a moment ago.
Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. Don't know what happened there. Really couldn't see it. Maybe we'll see it here. Yeah, it looks like he
I think he's grabbing that left leg.
grabbing that left knee.
So, unfortunately,
Yeah, we'll get
The
a better
junior
view here.
still down and in some
There he
pain.
is.
Comes
Yeah.
with 3:13 to go here before halftime. Coming up at halftime, a look back at the first half, stats, highlights, analysis, and an out-of-state scoreboard watch as well, as there's some big matchups, including Dover and Exeter with playoff implications. So a lot to get to at halftime, and of course, the on-field entertainment as well, as both bands in Halloween garb will perform.
He's trying to walk on it, Nick, but having a real hard time putting weight on it. It's unknown. Each pace he walks, each step he walks a little better. So let's hope for this young man that he's okay. Didn't really see anything that stood out on the slow motion replay, Nick, but sometimes it's just the way the knee twists when you're getting spun around there. He's definitely putting more weight on it now, so
We'll keep an eye on him.
been played a good game so far, too, for him.
First down and 10 Lancers from the 47-yard line when play resumes.
So 3:13 left, Nick.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of
Londonderry
time.
with 1 timeout remaining. Salem with 2. It's been a quarterback carousel as expected. Connor Williams got the start. Had a 55-yard touchdown run. Sam Ogden came in behind him, threw a 21-yard touchdown pass. We've seen both Cam Brutus and Alex Villa operate the controls as well.
He's
now
going
it's
to change
Ogden,
it up.
who again is speaking directly to Coach Lozon.
Look for an off-tackle right run here.
Shenna is the tailback in the pistol. Quarterback
Wow, he got
keeper, and there's Hughes right there to wrap him up. They'll blow it dead in the backfield. There'll be a 2-yard sack.
On the keeper was number 12, Sam Ogden.
And now it's 2nd down and 12 coming as Ogden was wrapped up quickly there by
I have to
Hughes.
tell you, this show going on between these two staffs on both sides, coaches on both sides of the ball. Look at this. Great defensive call. I don't know how they closed that up so quickly, Nick. They are getting to the quarterback over the last 2 offensive sets of the Lancers, Nick. And they're executing at a high level, and the plays that are being called are back in kind between these two coaches. This is a fun game to watch.
Hughes has done a great job reading the play in the middle of that defense as well. Meanwhile, a flag here is going to blow it dead, and a false start coming against Londonderry.
Yeah, Londonderry off a little bit right now. What is working for them with the aggressive posture of the defensive front coming in all at once. The screens are working for Londonderry, but right now not much else other than the screens. You know, you potentially could just keep calling it until you call off the dog, so to speak, of making sure that they're not sending all of the 4 down linemen.
Kind of a tough spot now, 2nd and 17.
Salem defensive line doing a terrific job against this first-rate offensive line of Londonderry at the moment.
Clock ticking down towards 2 minutes, second quarter. Ogden against a 4-man rush, screen left side, and Tedesco going to blow that up. Able to tackle Devin Bowles immediately. That again is a loss of 2, and now third down and 19 coming up.
Yeah, this is called being film ready, Nick, right here. These teams I know, knowing the intensity of these two staffs, I'll guarantee you they spent a tremendous amount of time scouting film, getting as much on what they do as a result of the last play. What do they do on down and distance? And both teams are kind of.
Well, Coach Abraham told us last night that he felt like his team had the best 2 weeks of practice of the year the last 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Ogden's got a man wide open, and that is a first down.
What a pass.
On the receiving end there is Caden Malik, the junior. Picks up 21, and Londonderry keeps the drive alive with a first down.
You're going to watch. The safety lets him go deep. The corner lets him go deep, Nick. You got to take him all the way and give the run up to the contained man there. And Ogden sees it. Good vision by this young man. Good route. And a big pickup. That's what Londonderry needed to get things rolling again.
Tackled by Taylon Walton. Meanwhile, Ogden slinging again. Malik almost pulled that one in.
What a
with
attempt.
One hand at the goal line, but it ends up incomplete.
Well, I'm sure you're going to see this on replay, Nick. The effort that this young man puts in to catch the ball. He almost made a catch, a catch that would be in the final 2 or 3 of the year across the state. This is something. Watch this. Hopefully we'll be able to get it for the bet. Look at that. What an effort. These guys, here we go. We'll see if we get it in here. I'm not sure if we will or not.
Well, an outstanding effort either way.
Wow,
almost did it.
Great shot by our film man there, Matt
Gonzalez
Beals.
might have poked it away on the way down.
Yeah.
The defender.
Got a little piece of it looked like, Nick. I think you're right. What an effort, though.
2nd down and 10. Ogden with a delay at the line. Now takes the snap. Runs left side. Trying to bounce it outside. And does get the corner. Going to step out about a yard short of the 20-yard line. Gain of 7 to set up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, great block by Mason Paquette to give him the contain that he needed so he could run outside. So many names on both these teams we're bringing up, Nick. It's such a large cast of productive characters that these two teams have. Watch number 11. You're going to get. There's number 10. Number 11 is what contained. I believe it was number 11. He had the contain.
3rd and 3.
Ty Miles with a terrific job too. Double team.
41 seconds. Ogden out of the pocket, throws over the middle, and that one is incomplete.
Yeah, good DB work right there.
Tedesco in on the coverage, denying Malik at the goal line, and now a 4th down and 3 coming from just outside the 20. 36 seconds remaining in this first half.
These are top-line playoff teams we've got here, Nick, playing tonight, and you're seeing a high degree of skill on both ends. This is a fun game to watch. One of my favorites of all year. It's just the intensity of every play and the strategy going in. They're not just going through the motions.
4th and 3. Salem came up with a big stop earlier in the second quarter on a 4th down from the 12-yard line. See if they can do it again here from the 20. Ogden, left side. He's got the room. He's got the first down.
That's what they wanted.
Able to slip free and then step out at about the 13-yard line, a pickup of nearly 8 yards. And still 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Just great swing block to contain. Who is that? 50? No, 53 and 27. Doyon doing it on both sides of the football. This kid is something else. Boy, he's going to need a good rest, folks, tonight. He is giving it up.
John Padel's the right guard.
He's
number 53
been all over the place on defense, and now he's doing it on offense.
Ogden, he's got time here on 1st and 10. Now going to tuck and run inside the 10-yard line. Still alive at the 5 before he's stopped out of bounds at about the 4-yard line.
Number 12,
and that again is very close.
Uh-oh. Flag thrown.
See here, we've got a penalty which came in late. There's also a Salem player shaken up. It all comes with 20 seconds remaining. The flag is down at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Nick, these are just players expending themselves on the field here. Looks like he's going to be okay. That's good to see. What about our young man that just left earlier? Has he been back in or?
Well,
hard to say.
One at a time there. Jacob Chartnitz is still out.
I know, I ask a lot, Nick.
Roman Mosier is the player who just got shaken up. He also, ironically, had the stop on fourth down that we mentioned earlier in the second quarter.
Yeah,
good news is Mosier walking off under his own power.
Looks fine. Yep, looks like he's going to be all right.
And we'll hope that he returns here in a moment. Meanwhile, the penalty is against Londonderry. It's a hold, and that'll back the Lancers up. I'm sorry, not a hold, but a block in the back.
Oh, that's good. That's a meaningful penalty, Nick, right there.
Yeah, because the ball is now at the 14-yard line. First and 11 from the 14. Shenna is the tail. Ogden still in at quarterback. Going to throw over the middle, and Malik is going to hang on for the touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown pass from Sam Ogden to Caden Malik. A contested grab for the junior, and Londonderry retakes the lead 20-14.
It's somewhat of a deep slant there, Nick. Not real deep, but medium. But Ogden seems to have a way of hitting these. He just shreds the needle. Great job. But one arm right there, and he holds on to the ball coming down. You are seeing some football with some athletes that are showing you how good New Hampshire Division I football can be. And you're seeing it tonight. Both sides of the football. Very proud of both of these teams, Nick.
Thompson's extra point is good.
This is a war we got going on here. And, not only is it the physical match, it's a chess match of the minds, too. This is a very cerebral game that's it's a war on the field. But what's going on in between each play, Nick, is really prolific from the coaching standpoint and the execution of players, and a complete buy-in and a discipline in which they're executing what the coaching staffs are sending in on both sides. The cat and mouse between Coach Lozon and Coach Abraham is just a beautiful thing to watch. This is good high school football you're watching, folks, right here.
Two of the premier programs.
Wow.
Statewide going nose-to-nose here in the final week of the regular season.
Just a joy to watch.
Most likely the number 4 seed is on the line and will go to the winner.
Nothing sloppy, Nick, about this game. It's all top line.
Only a combined 5 penalties between the two teams.
Yeah, this is good stuff. It all starts at the top, works its way down through the staffs. These you hear these coaches, Nick, on Gridiron last night. We had you got them on, Nick, which it was just to listen to them. They're talking about the quality of week of practice they had, understanding the flow. We asked questions about individual players, Nick, and they're right on it. Yeah. Almost excited to talk about the development of each individual player that they talk about. And you've seen it here.
As you said, Steve, at the top of the broadcast, both these teams really buying in to what the coaching staff is selling. And that's not always the case with some teams.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm buying Ogden and Lumley. These guys, those two seam passes by Ogden, Nick, were just and Lumley's versatility. He can do anything on the football field. Run it, pass it, weak side, strong side, in the pocket.
Meanwhile, this one takes a double bounce before Tedisco gets to it at the 10. Sprints left side. He's along the sideline, steps out of bounds, just past, I believe, the 30-yard line. So a good return by Tedisco, but Salem with just 7 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything here. Go in, one score down. Who gets the ball in the second half?
Salem.
I know. That's what I was.
So I would expect a knee here to bring us to halftime.
Why would you do anything here? It makes
we'll
no
see.
sense.
Lumley in the huddle.
Watch him score a touchdown.
Again, full recap coming up here at halftime.
You're not going to hold those scores off forever, are you?
We'll get you the scores at halftime as well.
All right.
A lot of action statewide in the final week of the regular season. All right, here's Lumley in the wing tee. 4-man front for Londonderry, and there's the right knee. So that'll bring us to halftime here. Lancers, after taking a 14-0 lead, Salem in the second quarter is able to come back and tie the game with just outside of 4 minutes remaining, but Londonderry gets the last laugh, at least for now, as they score with just 12 seconds left to retake the lead. So 21-14 at halftime. The Lancers on top. Salem set to receive the second half kickoff. Coming up, as we mentioned, full recap, stats, highlights, scoreboard watch, but also on-field entertainment as both bands will collaborate
That was
in
great.
full Halloween costumes
That was
as well here in late October.
We got
So
a
lot
movie
to
set
get to.
going on here or what? This is something else. Sorry, Nick.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a few moments with a lot to get to. 21-14 Londonderry. Our score here at halftime. You're watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
But it's underground. So it might just be. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. It's called Clear. They're kind of underground. Yeah, you might not. My favorite artist is actually. Well, you might not know her. It's not like other I mean, that's so basic. I actually know a super underground artist.
Let's go, Chris.
Yeah, I had a really good throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for the winning 50-50 ticket number. Tonight's winning 50-50 ticket is blue ticket. The winning number is 54111. Once again, tonight's winning 50-50.
Well, another great job by both bands. Here at halftime, the Salem Marching Band and then the Londonderry Marching Band providing the on-field entertainment.
Yeah.
Steve, I know you particularly
Well,
enjoyed that
I was just gonna walk down and take a little walk out there, and then all of a sudden they started playing, and then you saw the choreography of the kind of the little mini play they had going on at the same time, and then they ended with those three pieces, and this is a band like we were talking, Nick. It's a college band. It's extremely inspiring to see young people work together in the sort of the team that we're seeing on the field with both of these teams, and the musicians that have come here this week to be the team on their field. It's just this is a great night for a community. Both towns. This really makes you proud to live in southern New Hampshire. It really does.
Yeah, they do it right here in Londonderry, and that includes the on-field entertainment.
Yes,
at halftime. All right. What a first half.
Oh.
Londonderry wasting little time getting into the end zone. Less than 2 minutes into the game, their opening drive, it was a 55-yard touchdown run by the starting quarterback, senior Connor Williams. It gave Londonderry a 7-0 lead. Lancers forced a fourth down stop on the ensuing drive, got the ball back, and went right back to work, scoring their second touchdown with under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. A 21-yard hookup from Sam Ogden to Devin Bowles. Salem would get on the board in the closing seconds of the first half on a 4th and goal, a 4-yard bootleg run by senior quarterback Noah Lumley. Cut Londonderry's lead in half. It was 14-7 Lancers after one. Salem would tie the game after Londonderry sputtered at the 12-yard line. Gave the ball back over on down. Salem, in less than 3 minutes, went 88 yards, capped off by a 15-yard touchdown pass from Lumley to tight end Ivan Colon III. We had a 14-14 game on our hands with just over 4 minutes to go. But Londonderry, again, would find pay dirt with just 12 seconds to go. Ogden to Caden Malik on a 15-yard hookup. And that is where we are, 21-14 Londonderry. Big game here, as we know. The winner most likely gets the number 4 seed. The loser, either way, is probably in good shape with a home game next weekend.
Are we going to get to some scores or what, buddy? You're driving me nuts here, all right? Come on, let's have them.
Let's start.
I think our viewers want to know, too.
Let's start with Bedford. Of course, the Bulldogs looking to close out the regular season undefeated as we get set here for the kickoff. No problem right now for Bedford against Merrimack. It's 41-0.
That's a breakout game because Merrimack's caused some havoc along the way, too.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs looking, again, to wrap up the regular season unbeaten. Here's Thompson's kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 20. Handled by Gonzalez at the 10, trying to find room to his right, and is going to run out of room very quickly.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. You want to run straight up the field. If there's nothing there and they're containing you, then you can see it coming down, run straight up, protect the football, and grab what you can there. Don't want to go that deep in your territory if you can help it.
Nice job by the junior John Wilson to stay in his lane.
A lot of names checking in this game.
All right, Portsmouth, another team hoping to close out the season undefeated. They've got a 34-7 lead over Timberlane at halftime. So it looks like the Clippers are on their way to a ninth victory.
Talked to Coach Pafford on Thursday, Nick.
Off air, right?
Off air, yeah. He said we just got to do what we got to do, and then there's other games they can rely on to try to get that second seed.
On 1st and 10, Gonzalez finds a hole on the right side. And is spun down at about the 14-yard line after a pickup of 5.
Portsmouth a final?
No, that game is at halftime.
So, well, not yet, but certainly looks like they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Both congratulations to they and Bedford so far if they're able to finish the game with a win.
All right, we've got some other D1 scores, including potentially an upset in the making late in the third quarter. Nashua South holding a 3-point lead over Bishop Girton.
Right.
23-20.
Wow, that's surprising right there.
2nd down and 5. It's a double handoff. First time we've seen that tonight.
Wow,
and it's not going to work. Ty Miles right there to wrap up Tedesco, and the senior lets out a roar after the tackle. It goes for no gain. And now a 3rd down and 5 on the way. We've got
Division
a tight one,
player.
Steve, out on the beach. Spalding holding a 2-point lead over Winnicott at halftime.
Jay Pincino told us about Spalding, did he not? Yeah.
14-12.
From Seacoast Online.
The Red Raiders, after starting winless through the first month of the season, coming on strong
Kevin
here
Hebert.
At the tail end. Coach Hebert hoping for another Red Raider win.
That could get them a playoff spot for sure, right?
Yep. Another team in the playoff hunt is Alvern.
Yep.
And right now they're rolling 28-0 over Goffstown at halftime.
Yep. Good for Alvern. Congratulations to that program getting on the board.
Here's Gonzalez with some room right side, but he's going to be cut down. Looks like a yard or so shy of the first down marker. Comes up just a bit short.
Real close, Nick.
Looks like 4th and a yard.
Yep. That's a real risk
Ty
to
Parsons
go for it.
with the tackle there on the edge. And now 4th and 2. Coach Abraham not going to mess around.
No.
Going to send the punter Gaudette onto the field.
Well, he believes in both sides of his ball, both teams, Nick, defense and offense. And this is way too early to be taking that chance.
It's just the second punt of the game.
But you got to have a productive punt, too.
Remember, Gaudette drew a flag on his first and only punt attempt back in the first half for roughing the kicker. Meanwhile, we have a timeout here.
That's a costly timeout.
By Salem. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Beals Insurance, locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance. To get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you, visit BealsInsurance.com. By MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By New Hampshire iPhone Repair. It's done while you wait, and it's backed by their lifetime warranty. Now with 5 locations in southern New Hampshire and on the seacoast. Visit NHiPhoneRepair.com. By the New Hampshire Tomahawks Showcase and Development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. And finally, by Spectrum Monthly, powerful local advertising solutions. Find out more at SpectrumMonthly.com. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. It's presented by Beals Insurance. After the timeout was called by Salem, I believe there was a flag thrown by the officials.
Yeah. And there's quite the body language of Coach Lozon says that it's not going to go his way.
It's not.
And you saw, I don't know who it was. I think I do, but I don't want to say unless I actually knew. But it looks like something happened over there, and both coaches were being talked to. Steve Abraham clearly he's upset about something.
Well, the penalty is going to benefit the Blue Devils here. It's unsportsmanlike conduct against Londonderry.
Yeah, Coach
so that's
Lozon
a free
not
first
happy.
down here. The 4th and 2 is erased. They're going to mark off 15 yards and march the ball all the way to the 33-yard line. So Salem, the beneficiary of that penalty, keeps their drive alive. First and 10 coming up. It's a big play.
That's a huge penalty. So does Salem get charged with a timeout or not?
I believe so.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Meanwhile, it's the freshman.
Yeah,
this
is
spin move there to pick up 6.
Officials got to be really careful, Nick. The emotions in this game right now on the football field are very high. And that's okay as long as it's contained within the context of the whistles. But looks to me, Nick, like this crew, like they were in the first half, is right on things. And I think they've done a stellar job tonight. This is a big game, big ramifications, not just in the playoff stand, but just the emotions of competing well. And obviously the win, it too, is big to both of these teams.
Solkovich picks up 7 on that first down run, so 2nd down and 3. Londonderry brings heat on the edge. It's a double handoff. It's Solkovich who is stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's Paul Binder storming through the line there for the tackle. And now a 3rd down on the way. I don't know why you would do an inside reverse, Nick, against Binder, Ty Miles, and Kucha, right? I don't know why you would do that. That play there, they've done it, I believe, at least twice, maybe 3, I can't remember, but certainly twice, and they've been foiled. You're just not going to open up gaps with that defensive line. That double handoff twice on this drive? Yeah. Not once in the first half. Right, that's what I'm saying. Yep. 3rd and 3. 5-man front for Londonderry. Solkovich bobbled it, recovers. I think he got it. And then dives down very close to the first down marker. Yeah, I think he got it. Nice recovery there by the freshman. It's going to be really close, Nick. Neither team has turned the football over tonight. Yeah, they're going to measure here. Where the official originally stood, Nick, it was clearly a first down, but they did kind of move it back. So I think a little bit when they reset it, I believe it's. I mean, this is an inch one way or the other. I think he's got it. I think he's got it too, but it comes with 4 minutes gone by, 3rd quarter. I don't think I've ever heard you not get one of these measurement predictions right. I've just been on the sidelines for 13 years, Nick. You just get a sense of. You are about as good as it gets, and you're right there again. It's a first down for Salem. But they placed it about an extra 7 or 8, 10 inches ahead of that, and then the official came in and realigned it. So it's a first down for Salem. It's a first down. Ball at their own 42-yard line. Blue Devils. These are 2 scrappy teams, I'll tell you. The first 2 touchdowns of the game, scored 2 straight of their own in the 2nd quarter. And now find themselves trailing by 7. As they approach midfield with another run play for Tedisco that goes for 7. The workload that Tedisco gets in a game, Nick, don't forget, he's doing defense nonstop too. The stamina and the condition that this young man is in is really something to see. All these guys on both sides of the ball, these are. I was about to say there's a lot of two-way players both ways. They come ready to play. Both teams. A full 4 quarters. 2nd down and 5. It's a dive play. I believe it's the first carry for Alexander DeVoe. One of the seniors on this Salem roster makes his way to the 50, about a yard short of the first down stick. So 3rd down, it looks like less than a yard. Yeah. With the ball just over midfield. Of course you want to go down and run down, have a solid drive and score, Nick, but field position is important in this game as well. Being that deep in the zone to find themselves out of the 50 with a chance to move the sticks here again. Yeah. And this could be 4-down territory right here. Wouldn't surprise me if they don't get it here. And so, of course, time of possession is always a big factor. Big deal. Londonderry, I would say, unofficially had the edge in that first half, but Salem has already eaten up over 5 minutes. And they get the drive here in the 3rd quarter, and they're going to eat up some more there with that toss that goes for 5. Tedisco needed 1. And again, the sticks will move. Cam Brutus ushered him out of bounds. But a 1st and 10 coming up here for Salem. Yeah, one of the things that in this game that just the body of work by the play calls on both sides of the ball of the coaches has been really something to watch, Nick. And if you're going to come in here in Londonderry Lancer Park and play them, you've got to be that good. And Coach Abraham and his crew are that good mixing plays up for sequence. 1st and 10 from the Lancer 47. Lumley back to the air. That one incomplete. It's the first pass thrown of the drive. Tedisco sprawled out in an attempt to pull that one in, but it goes off his fingertips along the sideline, incomplete. So a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Looks to me, Nick, like they're going. That looks like Londonderry is moving to a 4-man front. They've added number 90. I think it's number 90. That's Brandon Gear. Yeah. 6'1", 215-pound senior. Solkovich right side. Freshman again with positive yards, 4, maybe 5 there. Doyon, another stop for Londonderry.
Boy, how many times have you called his name
I think
tonight?
he's got 7 tackles, maybe 8.
Oh, 7 or 8
tonight. Yeah.
Oh, he's got all of that for sure.
Yeah.
And the factor that he's been in the game on when he isn't even tackling has been something else. He's been Johnny on the spot all the time. And I'll tell you, not a big guy, but takes on people twice his size and gets separation. He's an athlete.
3rd down and 7. Lumley on a play fake, goes nowhere.
Yeah.
That's Binder over there on the left side for the tackle.
That's
He's
interesting.
been a factor here more often than not tonight. It's 4th down and 6 coming
Interesting call right here. Do you kick it deep and try to pin Londonderry back, or do you go for it? Looks to me like they're going to punt it, if I had to guess.
Yep, Gaudette is on.
And the way their defense is playing, especially as the game has gone on, they've stiffened up and they've made great adjustments. So I think Coach Abraham has faith in his defense here, but it's a tall order against this Londonderry
High
team.
snap handled by Gaudette as he pulls it in over his head. This punt will take a dive inside the 25, take a Salem-friendly roll to the 20.
Yep.
And it's
Had to
down
get away
right
quickly.
there at the 20. So Londonderry. Well, the defense, he committed a snafu there with that penalty, which kept the Salem drive alive on 4th down, but ultimately get the stop they were looking for. And now will take over 1st and 10 with their lead still intact, 21-14.
Yeah, well, one of the things that is interesting in this game right here, the third quarter, when you have teams that are close and playing so tight like this, the third quarter is often the defining quarter. This is a big moment for Coach Lozon and his mindset. He's got a great mind for offense, Nick. This is where he usually comes through the strongest. They're going to have to do that here.
4-man front for Salem, 1st and 10. Pitch, Shenna. Little stutter step at the 25, cuts it back up the middle to the 29-yard line for a gain of 9.
Little things.
It'll set up 2nd down.
Little
and 1.
things.
Stop there for Salem by Bennett Atkins.
Yeah, number 2, is it Caden Smith, I believe?
Yep.
Watch him here. Look at the contain. He takes outside contain, so Shenna cannot go on the outside. Those are the little things in football that you review in film, and that forced him inside for a gain of 9 as opposed to a gain of 19 or more. That's just a good job by Caden. Smart move. He wanted to go inside. You can see it. He says, nope, I got to stick to my mission, and he did it.
Ogden, who was taking most of the snaps tonight, back in at quarterback for Londonderry. The handoff is to Matt Carroll on an east-west run that won't produce much. In fact, Salem able to rally to the football there and stop him shy of the 1st down marker. Taylon Walton out of the secondary, a pretty good stick, and now a 3rd and 1 coming up.
We've talked about this in other games, and tonight, Nick, somewhat too, but if this is a bunch of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, other than Lumley and a couple others, I'll tell you, this is a tough group of kids on the Blue Devils.
Although the seniors that have contributed in big ways.
Without question.
Ogden over the middle. He's got a man. It's Navarro. 1st down and then some.
Yep.
Solkovich wraps him up at the 50, but not before a gain of 20 and another Londonderry 1st down.
Talked about it before. Coach Lozon reads defenses and has that system which he can call at least 2. Sometimes he gets a 3rd call in there if the defense shifts. That's just a great play call. All the real estate was wide open, Nick, in the middle, and he's got the right quarterback to throw that stuff inside the hashes. He's done a great job tonight. That's Ogden, right? Yeah. So Ogden's done a terrific job.
With 2 touchdown passes in that 1st half. And again, has taken most of the snaps.
Yeah, he has.
Tonight at quarterback, 1 of 4.
Can see why.
To see action. Going to throw here on 1st and 10. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete.
Good defensive play.
2 Blue Devil defensive backs in the area. The intended receiver was Mason Paquette, the 5'11 junior. That's his first target tonight.
Looks like he had a little help from the safety as well, Nick.
2nd down and 10 for the Lancers.
Yep. Great job. I believe that was a safety.
I think it was Tedesco, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tedesco. Backside. How does he get out there?
Not surprised.
So quickly.
David Gasborough was there as well. Right side run on 2nd and 10. And a good second effort inside the 45.
Yes, it was. But
That's Jake Shenna again.
stiff defense still here by Salem.
Blue Devils rally to the football there.
I think Coach Lozon will take that on first down anytime.
Meanwhile, Danielle Hughes is still
That was second, sorry.
still producing in the middle of that Salem defense. He's got 7 or 8 stops of his own, and he was involved there on that gang tackle. So 3rd down and 4. Coming up here, a fast-moving third quarter.
Yeah, that's
as we approach 2 minutes to go.
It's a pretty good drive here developing for Londonderry.
Ogden, a little run action
He's
there.
close.
It's gonna
I think a
be
little
stopped about a yard shy.
Yep.
Number 12, Sam Ogden on
Atkins, another tackle for Salem. And now 4th down and less than a yard. Coach Lozon is going to switch up the personnel package.
Well,
here.
he's bringing in Via.
The big unit.
If you want short yardage from the shotgun, never mind under center. That's the man you want doing
Bringing
it.
the 6'4" quarterback.
Yeah, he's going to go
Cam
right in
Brutus and Via.
He got
Double
it.
quarterback look. It goes to Via, and he's got the first down.
there. Yeah, why not run behind Mr. Miles?
Number 7, Alex Villa.
Number 50 tonight.
It's good for a Lancer.
Thistle.
First down.
He's played himself a heck of a game tonight as well.
Yeah, that's Mike Tissell up front. That unit has played well all year, as we know.
Yes. Contributions
Another kind of funky
end-to-end.
package here.
Yeah, that's an over.
You got a 2 tight end set, 2 fullbacks, and 2 quarterbacks. It's Villa on the keeper. He's going to dance right side. It's wrapped up by Walton, and then it's blown dead just shy of the 35-yard line after a 4-yard gain.
You play a team that's not trained properly, Nick. Villa drives that pile for 7, 8, 9 yards. But this team, the Blue Devils, have been taught on defense to lift and take the center of gravity and the strength away from the runner. And if you can do that and hold them straight like they just did Villa, that means you're doing something right. He is a load.
2nd and 7. Again, Brutus with Villa to his left. This time it's Brutus on a run left side. Going to get through the line of scrimmage.
Interesting
Get dropped at about
concept.
the 31-yard line. So looks like 3rd down and 2 on the way.
Interesting plan of attack here by high percentage, as far as ball security. You're 2 hands on the football. Nobody's running with one arm of the football. A lot of extra blocking up front.
And we got movement from Salem.
And things like that happen because the defensive line feels overmatched and they feel like they have to get in early. So this is an interesting kind of turn of events, but as far as Coach Lozon's strategy here.
That was the senior Lucius Mosier upset with himself.
Yeah. But Nick, you're getting
It's a free
over.
first down for Londonderry.
You're having 8 guys take on 5 here, then with a runner in back of it. You get pumped up. You don't want to get pushed back. So there's a lot of desire to get an edge across the line of
Salem's going to
scrimmage.
stack the box now, 11 in the box. Meanwhile, one of the fullbacks skates 3 to the right side, skates free to the right side. It's Adrian Cruz, the sophomore.
This is a lot of respect that Lozon has against this football team he's playing, Nick, as we approach the end of the third quarter here. I think we're going to run out.
Yep, that'll do it. A quick moving third quarter in the books here in Londonderry. Lancers still with a 7-point lead, 21-14. The winner tonight will get the 4 seed in the upcoming Division I tournament. Will it be Londonderry, or does Salem have a comeback in store? We find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Start of the fourth quarter here in Londonderry. Two teams with a 6-1 record against in-state competition, battling for the number 4 spot in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire game of the week. Of course, the preliminary round kicks off next weekend. Right now, Londonderry protecting a 7-point lead. They've got the football in Salem territory. And, Steve, the last 6 or 7 plays have looked like something out of a rugby match here.
Yeah, but, I mean, we're talking about it off air, Nick. What a strategy. There's two things going on here. Coach Lozon says I can run my front-end guys against the Salem guys, and they're bigger than the Salem guys, but you got to give this tremendous respect that's being shown to Salem because Jimmy's using high ball security, more guys against the line of scrimmage against the defensive line, and then don't be surprised if all of a sudden he passes out of this set. Now he's widened out again. He's inside the red zone. He's going to attack it. But that was and run tremendous time off the clock.
Londonderry built up a 14-0 lead early. Salem, in the second quarter, came back to tie the game at 14 before the Lancers scored one final time with just 12 seconds remaining in the first half. 21-14 our score at the break. A lengthy Salem drive to open up the third quarter. Did not result in points, but shoot up over 6 minutes. And now Londonderry, in a response, has held the ball for over 5 minutes. Meanwhile, Brutus is back at quarterback, one of 4 quarterbacks we have seen tonight for Londonderry. Salem with a stop there on 2nd down and 5. It's now 3rd and 4 coming up, and a big play on the way here in the first minute of this fourth quarter.
This is a big play right here. You think this is within field goal territory? Field goal distance? If they don't get it?
I'm sure it's on Coach Lozon's mind.
Yep.
3 more would mean a 2-score game.
Right now, he's got it spread out.
4-man front for Salem. Man in motion is Williams. Brutus with the toss for Shenna. Shenna looking for the edge. He's inside the 15, and I think he's got the first down.
I think it's
on the run for the Lancers is number 26, Carson Palma.
That's Carson Palma. I'm sorry, I've confused him and Shenna tonight. They've both been able to produce.
Londonderry got away with a hold there, Nick. If you look at this play from the backside, you'll see it was grabbing on with the arm. Watching the left side of the line here. Watch it if you'll see it. It was right there against 14.
The officials have let them play by and large tonight,
but didn't meet the test for a hold according to the officials. So Londonderry.
I don't think we've seen a hold at all tonight. We've seen one block in the back, some procedural penalties.
Wow, we got another encroachment, I believe, here. Offsides, Nick.
And I was about to say, an encroachment earlier in the second half against Salem. We may see another one here.
This is Londonderry at its best, what they do, the little stuff in between. Or it's a false start.
False start. A rare cadence mistake tonight for Londonderry.
Yeah, I didn't see the false start, Nick. I just saw the defensive lineman come over here. Come over. Yep.
So 1st and 15.
Everybody was pointing at everybody.
Ball's at the 18-yard line. The clock continuing to tick. Inside of now 2 minutes gone by. Brutus looking for Williams in the end zone. It's knocked away at the last moment by Caden Smith, the defensive back.
Smith, again, and again this game. He's played himself a whale of a game tonight.
Had himself 2 long catches on the offensive side in that first half, and here he denies a touchdown, knocking away the Brutus pass.
Yep. 21-14 with 10:24 left in the game. What a fun game to watch this has been.
Yeah, we're glad you can join us here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire.
And it's not over yet.
On 2nd and 15, Brutus on a keeper, hitting the hole. Tries to muscle his way down to about the 16-yard line. Hughes is there again for Salem.
Yeah, you were talking about him earlier, Nick. He's played a whale of a game as well.
The junior co-captain.
You know, there's so many names on both sides of the football field tonight that you can call out and say they played a great game. Just shows you the expenditure that these guys are given. This is about pride at this point.
Well, I think Hughes has done a spectacular job reading the play.
He has.
We know this Londonderry run game involves a lot of misdirection, a lot of concealed handoffs, but it has not fooled number 26.
Meanwhile, 3rd and 12 here, Nick.
Yep.
Big play here.
From the 15, Ogden out of the gun, rolls right, throws, looking for a man in the end zone, and is caught for a touchdown.
Ogden has been the man in the air tonight, Nick.
It's Jake Shenna.
What?
Ogden with his third touchdown pass of the night. Ogden finds pay dirt for the first time. The hookup comes from 15 yards out. And Londonderry cushions the lead a bit. It's now 27-14.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hard corner semi-wheel route where he just spreads out the defense, and the cornerbacks just don't believe he's going to get there, and just got a little too much separation from Caden. Good sportsmanship right there.
Well, 15 seems to be the magic number. It's the second time Londonderry has hooked up with a pass from the 15-yard line. We saw Salem do it as well back in the second quarter. So, extra point up and good. Londonderry equals their largest score of the night. It's 28-14.
Yeah, that is what, I mean, this was tight, Nick, for a long time. And Coach Lozon, you got to give him credit. He went down there, changed up the offensive sets, I think 3 times, had multiple quarterbacks in the game, pulling out all shots to try to get this ball downfield. But that, and then he brings Ogden in when he gets inside the red zone, and he has thrown some beautiful passes tonight. Those seam passes, those deep out patterns. I mean, he's had a terrific job. And it almost seems like he's taking on a little bit of the predominant role of the quarterback throughout the game, and then Coach marbleizes in, other quarterbacks at key times with their strengths to add value to his overall offensive scheme.
Connor Williams got the start again tonight, but played only one series, the opening series. Called his own number on a 55-yard touchdown run to get the scoring started.
Broad
but has not taken a snap since.
Yep. Absolutely.
And Ogden primarily, more often than not, leading this offense with a little bit of Cam Brutus and Alex Villa mixed in.
But you can't argue with those substitutions at the time they needed it. Very, very effective.
So now it's on Salem to respond as they once again find themselves trailing by 14.
Salem's got to put right now, Nick, the drive of the year for him so far. Try to get with enough time to get on the clock to be able to be within one score, and then kind of hope for that anything can happen. Or wait for, hope that Londonderry gives them an opportunity to take the ball back. But I think ultimately they need to move the ball down the field and get in the end zone and pull out all the stops.
They had a promising drive to begin the second half of over 6 minutes, but it ultimately came away empty. On the return, it's the freshman going to break through a tackle attempt at the 25 and end up at the 30-yard line.
Let me tell you, if that's a freshman, what's he going to be at a junior, Nick? Never mind a sophomore.
Colin Sulkovitz, never mind a
strong
senior.
Young man.
He's got
way ahead of his time.
A bright future.
Yeah.
Owen Rondo with the stop for Londonderry. So Salem with okay field position here at their own 30 to begin the drive.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes gone by fourth quarter, so the clock's starting to become a factor.
Coach Lozon going back to the 3-man defensive front, Nick. Played with a 4 down there earlier, but he's going with a 3 now. Gives him an extra defensive backer.
Lumley on the rollout on 1st and 10, complete to Walton, who's knocked out of bounds with some velocity there by Cam Brutus.
Cam likes to lay the shoulder pads on, no question about that.
Made a big play on special teams a year ago on this field.
Yes, he did.
And, of course, has taken plenty of snaps over this season at quarterback as well.
Look at the touch of Lumley, on that strong side roll. Yeah, it's nice.
Lumley,
He had a receiver downfield that was covered. It opened up underneath. Cornerback took him back. He's going to be open there. Nice play.
Lumley with 1 touchdown on the ground, 1 through the air, both in the first half. Tedesco goes nowhere.
Evan Bowles.
And then finished off by Miles. Nice 1-2 punch for the Lancer defense, and it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's a lot of wood on defense right there, just between those two guys. They can make you look bad. So I think Evan reads so well.
Big play coming up.
He's got the height. He's got the smarts. He's got the passion. And he's got the jeans.
Yeah, Devin Bowles listed at 6'3".
He looks all of that, Nick.
And, of course, Ty Miles is 6'5".
Yep.
3rd and 5. Ball on the ground. Lumley had to go to the ground to get it. And as a result, he's ruled down at the 32-yard line. So they're going to lose 4. And 3rd and 5 becomes 4th and 9. And now Salem really with their back to the wall.
You watch Devin out there, Nick, as soon as they start getting the edge, he gasses that up and gets other guys into he understands momentum of a game and the emotion that you show on the field to get the other guys jacked up as well. He senses a stop.
John Wilson back deep for Londonderry.
Quite a punt.
Kick is high in the air.
That's a heck of a punt right
And
there.
Wilson
That's got
will
snow
make
on
the
it.
fair catch
That's
from
our
his
first.
knees at the 39-yard line.
That's our first frost on the piggy. Even though it's warm out, Nick, that one got up to the upper atmosphere.
Came down with some speed as well. Wilson did all he could to handle that.
Yeah, that had kind of a knuckleball look to it as it was coming down. There's that band that's entertained us so well tonight.
Gaudet has kicked and punted the football well tonight.
Right.
For Salem.
Yes, he has. All the kicking of both of these teams has been outstanding.
All right, so this could be a quote-unquote put-away drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
With just over 4 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter, Alex Villa is back in, and he's going to run the quarterback draw back to the line of scrimmage and no further.
Boy, they are stout.
He stood up by
on that
Hughes.
defensive line. Hughes. Boy.
Mosier in there as well. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
He just keeps checking in on the game.
Coach Lozon okay with that, though?
Yep.
This clock ticking down now, nearly 5 minutes gone by.
Yeah, I mean, they can't let Londonderry burn this clock down to 4 minutes, Nick. Otherwise, it's unrealistic. They really got to, maybe one first down at the most, but they really want to get him here. If Salem's going to have an opportunity.
Blue Devils with 4 down linemen. Villa out of the gun, going to throw, and it's incomplete.
So Salem's got it where they want. They got one more down here.
A little low there for Doyon.
And they may get another chance here within, reasonable period of time.
I think Villa may have rushed that throw. Coach Lozon trying to calm the junior down as he approaches the sideline.
Well, sometimes you get a feeling like I want it, and it's just he's just amped up. He wants to finish this game, get it behind him, and end a very, very successful season either way. But
Coach Lozon going to go back to Ogden here for the upcoming 3rd and 9 officially. Shenna behind him, 3 receivers. 4-man front for Salem. Blue Devils need a stop. 3rd and 9. They fake the pitch. Ogden keeps it himself, gets through the line, breaks the tackle at the 45, and is spun down about 3 yards short of the stick.
Well, they're almost to the 50. What do you do if you coach Lozon here? Do you kick it away and trust that solid defense? I would say so. But we'll see what he does. Yeah, Ogden's coming off the field. Oh, they're putting Villa on.
Yep.
So, it's not on. I mean,
of course, Devin Bowles is in the huddle as well.
Yeah,
He's
so he
punter.
could kick. Yeah.
He has not punted tonight.
They're going.
Yep.
Wow, this is a gutsy call.
There's that big bunch package again.
This is a gutsy call. Unless they're just trying to get him to jump, I don't know, but it doesn't look it. This is a gutsy call by Coach Lozon.
Villa and Brutus, the 2 quarterbacks. It goes to Brutus on the snap. He's hit, and he's going to be stopped short.
That you talk about gutsy. How about? Whoop! Wait a minute here. Yellow flag went down after the whistle, Nick. This they've already got great field position. If this is a personal foul against Londonderry,
I don't see a flag.
Yeah, there was a. Oh, somebody picked it up. Oh, actually, it was Villa's either his glove or a towel. Sorry about that.
No penalty. So Salem gets the stop they wanted. So they get the push up front. Aaron Masson and Lucius Mosier leading the charge there. So Salem gets a break. Well, not a break. They deserved to get the football back, and they do.
This team does not quit, Nick.
Midway through the fourth quarter, the clock's starting to become a factor. As Tedesco is going to be wrapped up in the backfield.
Way too much time to develop. You're just not going to get that play, Nick. This is a time to go right at him and then pass out of it. You've got Lumley. You got to move this ball down the field. This just took way too long to develop. Look at Evan Bowles.
Devin Bowles with another tackle. That one results in a 4-yard loss. So second down and 14 with the ball at the 50-yard line. Devin's got inside of 6 minutes.
He's just got that big frame, Nick, but he can move. So agile at the same time.
On the rollout, Lumley gets back to the line of scrimmage, but not much. As he steps out of bounds, where? At about the 48-yard line.
Now they got 2 more downs here, Nick. They got to execute here. Good coverage downfield on 3 receivers by the Lancers. Just really, it was nothing Lumley could throw to. He did the right thing by, number 1, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock, and getting back to pretty much the original line of scrimmage.
4-yard gain sets up 3rd and 10.
Yep. Well, the Lancer crew downstairs was kind enough to give us some buffalo chicken meatballs. And they did not spare the heat on those babies,
No.
let me tell you.
Very good, though.
Yes, outstanding.
Look out. Bowles hits Lumley, and he's lucky to get the pass off there. It's incomplete. The quarterback takes a hit.
Woo.
And now 4th and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Devin is on fire right now.
Untouched off the edge there.
Totally untouched. But it's a blind spot, so they put him on his blind side. Nobody picked him up. He's looking to go back the other way, and that wasn't going to happen. So I don't want to say the games come down to this, Nick, but the percentages are heavy in the favor of Salem needing to get this done right now.
This is the biggest play of the game so far. And it comes with 5:39 remaining in the 4th quarter. Londonderry trying to protect their 28-14 lead. Salem hoping to keep the drive going. Lumley with Hughes to his left, takes the gun snap on the run, throws, it's up in the air, and it's caught by Caden Smith at the 20-yard line. He's down to the 15 before he's finally tackled by Brutus and Doyon. A prayer is answered there for Salem as Caden Smith's big night continues with another 4th down catch.
He's a little shaken up, but it looks like he's okay, Nick. How about the determination? Look at that. The fact that it slowed, the pass was short, Nick, is what allowed that catch to happen, because the Lancer secondary was well behind all the receivers. How about Lumley getting rid of that ball under fire?
And then Smith, a good job coming back
to
catch the ball. Tedesco on a 1st and 10 run is wrestled down by Kuchar.
Yeah, I don't know why they're burning the clock in midfield, Nick, with 5:04. You're 2 scores down.
On the run was number 7.
You really want to either stop the clock or you want to get yardage, but there is 2 timeouts. That timeout due to the almost delay a game, if you recall, Nick, because it could wind up being costly here for the coach. Coach Abraham was not happy he had to call that timeout.
Salem with only 2 timeouts remaining. And that clock
and now he's got to burn another one. Yeah.
So they'll use their second right here to stop the clock with 4:31 remaining. And talk about the upcoming 2nd and 10.
I don't know why you run the ball in that situation inside the hashes, Nick, to be honest with you. I mean, Londonderry, it's very unlikely you're not going to get stopped. And when you got Lumley with that arm and his ability to roll out to extend the play, but
reminder, coming up after the game, full recap, stats, highlights, analysis, and a look around the state as well with the scoreboard. And don't forget to subscribe. If you have not done so already, you want to stay in the know. We've got the playoffs coming up next weekend. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire will have exclusive live coverage of really all 4 rounds. We'll work again in conjunction with the NFHS for the championship. But next weekend, it's all ours. So, subscribe, stay in the know, and you'll be good to go the rest of the way.
I like that.
Yeah?
That's pretty good.
All right.
Did you write that down ahead of time? That just come to you?
That's off the dome.
Woo! I like it.
Out of the timeout. Play fake. Hit as he throws. It's in the air, and it's incomplete.
How about the defensive commitment there
That's Matt Carroll.
By Matt Carroll.
Able to close out pretty well there in the end zone. It's intended for the receiver, David Gasparo.
I thought it was a touchdown, Nick, other than the fact that he recovery. Look at the recovery on this. Yeah, just got his hand in there. Just enough to jar the ball loose. Watch this, perfectly timed. Just got in the way.
So 3rd and 10.
But you do kind of have to pretty much go for the end zone, Nick, at this point.
On the rollout, Lumley. Binder closing in. He gets around the corner. He throws, and that one is incomplete, nearly intercepted.
I think Villa was shocked that ball was there. He had him in the end zone. He just couldn't loft it over him. But that's a tough guy to throw a ball over there. I think he was surprised that the ball was coming right at him. He felt like the primary receiver, and he rolled over and he says, "Oh, no."
Yeah, usually sure-handed. He's upset with himself, the junior.
Lumley was just pressed too hard, sprinting to the sideline to get that ball off to get it to the receiver.
So another chance for Salem on 4th down and 10 from the Londonderry 15-yard line.
Well, at this point, 1st down territory is in play. So it's really from the 5-yard line to the back of the end zone is the quadrant he's got to throw in.
Lumley out of the gun. Being chased by Bowles. Throws across the body, and it's knocked away at the goal line. Incomplete by guess who? Seth Doyon. Having a game to remember out of the secondary tonight. Meanwhile, there's 2 players down.
Heck of a collision right there.
One for Salem on the aforementioned collision, although Caden Smith is back up, and Devin Bowles is still down in the backfield.
I didn't see that part.
Crowd quiet for the moment as one of the Londonderry stars is now being attended to by the medical staff.
This
is everybody here at Lancer Park holding their collective breath.
Looks like a cramp the way she's acting. Let's hope that's the case for Devin's.
Stretch out that left leg.
He's just a guy you love to watch play every play, and hopefully he's healthy
tonight, as usual.
Yeah, she's massaging the calf, so that's clearly a cramp, Nick. That is good news for the Lancers.
Londonderry gets the stop they wanted. They protect the 2-score lead, and they take over here with just over 4 minutes to go.
Who was the receiver that took that hit, Nick?
Smith.
That was Caden. Caden has played his heart out tonight.
Yep.
Played his heart out.
Round of applause from both sides of the field. The Salem fans showing their respect.
Well, Nick.
Bowles trying to walk this one off.
This is top-of-the-line entertainment right here from the standpoint of what these young men have put on, the show they've put on, and the show at halftime with the band, the entry, the opening up of the game, the flow of the game. It's just been a special.
We made the right choice.
Oh, yeah. Special game tonight. Well, are you sneak previewing something there or what?
Well, as we know, there's other big games tonight, and we're going to get to that scoreboard watch, including Dover and Exeter coming down to the wire. Some playoff implications out east.
Oh, to say the least.
We had a close one with BG and South at last look, so plus Bedford and Portsmouth both trying to wrap up their season undefeated. So don't go away. We'll get all the scores to you after the game. Meanwhile, Londonderry starts another drive with Sam Ogden. He's going to grind out 7, maybe 8 yards up to the 22, and that clock, more importantly, beginning to tick.
Yes, this is the time that Steve really needs those 2 other timeouts. They weren't timeouts called for anything other than, running out of time on the play clock. And you want to be able to stop the clock on these runs. They're going to be able to burn, 35 or so a play anyway.
Down to 3.5 now.
Yep.
2nd down and 4. Salem showing blitz. Another quarterback fake. Ogden stumbled a bit as he
didn't
the
make
line
it.
of scrimmage.
He didn't make it, so
going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Although they're going to give him a pretty good spot here at about the 24-yard line.
About 2 yards shy, right?
Yeah, if that. Mosier, another tackle. He's stood tall tonight for Salem.
Salem's got to stop it here. This is their last reasonable chance, unless there's a turnover or something like that, Nick. They've got to stop him right here.
Now inside of 3 minutes. Got Malik in motion. And now he's going to go back.
I think there might be a little confusion on the play here.
He's roaming the slot, not quite sure
Don't be
where to line
surprised
up.
if Coach Lozon calls a timeout here.
Yeah, he's coming onto the
Yep,
field now.
there he goes. Yep, had to do it.
So Londonderry will stop the clock with 2:34 remaining and make sure they've got the right play call here.
Looked like they had the motion, the man in motion, there was confusion of what that motion route he was running from Ogden, Nick. And then Jimmy looked like he was trying to call in another play and then clearly saw he wasn't going to have time. Smartly calls the timeout.
Yep. So it stays 3rd and 2 with 2:34 remaining.
Really want to, I know you do at the end of the game, but just wanted to call attention to the camera work tonight. Was absolutely fabulous.
As usual.
Got some great pictures here.
We've got
some of those pictures from John and Matt with getting the face of the quarterback up close there and just the whole expression of the line getting down. Just love to see that. It just of course gives us an insight up
Kristen Beals is reliable as ever.
Yep, frames it beautifully
with the, I guess, master camera, so to speak. John Barron out of the end zone, also on the Gorilla Cam before the game, and Matt Beals flying up from D.C. The whole thing, of course, put together by our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. All right, 3rd and 2, out of the timeout.
Oh!
Ogden lost the ball.
I think he got it back, though. Oh, no, Salem says they got it.
The officials.
I thought Ogden fell on it, Nick.
No signal yet.
Yeah,
now they are going to say Londonderry ball.
I think Ogden fell back on it, Nick. We'll see in the replay here.
Although the Salem players did a pretty good job selling
They
it.
sold me. I was buying it.
4th down and 1 for the Lancers.
All right, so Londonderry held short, as you see there.
Yeah, he's right back on it again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ogden with a clear recovery. Clock moving inside of 2 minutes.
Nick, that's what they would have needed right there, that to come up with that with a short yardage and then have a chance for an onside kick. But
meanwhile, Devin Bowles, who was shaken up earlier, still on the sidelines, which means Jaden Navarro will punt the football with his heels at the 10-yard line. It's a good snap. And the punt is going to take a bounce near midfield and be down at the Londonderry 49-yard line.
I mean, I'm sure Coach Lozon as a backup kicker pretty happy with that, Nick, because there was no run back. And in that situation, when you kick in from deep in, you don't want to run back. So it's going to have to be quick here.
Well, Salem has thrown the football more than I expected tonight, put it that way. And we expect Lumley to try and throw a few more times here in the final minute 35.
Looks like Devin's trying to sell the coaches with the idea of getting back in the game, but I don't think they're going to do that. You got to cramp this late in the game and under control. Let that thing rest.
Not with a 2-score lead.
No, sir.
Lumley on 1st and 10, overthrows his target. That one sails over the head of the wide receiver, Gasborough. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Band feeling good, Nick, right now, the Lancer band.
Yeah, they've been hitting on all cylinders tonight.
Oh, they have been outstanding.
They continue to sound.
I just sat here the whole half, Nick, and just listened to it and
enjoyed it.
Inspiring.
Of course, the Salem band as well made the trip up.
Fabulous. We saw them getting out of the truck there. They all came up in a big moving van.
Yeah.
All coming out of the truck.
It wasn't a van. It was an 18-wheeler.
That's right, man. 18-wheeler.
Which caught my attention. Meanwhile, 2nd and 10, Lumley to his right. Gets rid of it down the middle, and it's incomplete. Doyon again on the coverage. Got his right hand on the ball, intended for Caden Smith. Those two have battled well tonight.
They have battled. You can see the mutual respect for each other during the game. These teams are kind of understandably not going to like each other because they got to face each other in division for how many decades they've done that, Nick. And but yet, when it really comes down to final analysis, the respect is there.
Yeah,
and
they respect each other.
They respect each other.
You've seen a number of times tonight one player help up another player on another team.
It's been a first-class football game.
3rd and 10. Clock down to a minute 22. Londonderry still with a 2-touchdown lead on the board. Lumley in the pocket. It collapses, and he escapes the sack attempt. Still alive.
Well, finally goes
and
down.
Finally chopped down from behind by Navarro. Way back at the Salem 34-yard line.
Navarro's had a good game, but a very good second half.
Yeah.
He's really been a factor tonight for them, and that should do it, folks. 58 seconds and counting.
And now it looks like a 4th and a mile on the way.
Yep.
Brings up 4th down and a country
4th and
mile
26.
for the Blue Devils.
But we've seen, Steve, Salem convert some 4th and longs tonight. Hoping for one more here, but again, the Blue Devils are not going to stop the clock here. It's still ticking down to 30 seconds.
Yeah. You know,
And
he's going to call his last time
now
out.
Coach Abraham will call the timeout. With 27 seconds to go.
I hope people have in perspective what the Blue Devils have done tonight and what they did last week.
Yeah.
They are not they are in this football game. They were in it 3.5 quarters. And then when Londonderry scored, that got a 2-score lead, Nick, it changed. But if you look at the body of work by the Salem, everybody's 6-0, but you haven't played anybody and you're young. And I think that they have slammed that door shut because they just played 2 of the best teams in all of Division I, and they have done what they've done tonight.
Anytime a team is 6-0 and you hear the argument that they're not that good, that's an amateur argument.
Amateur.
Number one. Number two, how about the adversity they faced in the 2 aforementioned games? Trailing by 21 in the 4th quarter last week. They don't quit.
Yep.
They end up making it a 1-score difference.
Yep.
Tonight on the road, down 14-0 right away.
Yep.
They come back,
tie it up,
and tie the game.
Yeah, and then extend a one-score game all the way into 7, 8, 9 minutes of the 4th quarter, Nick. This team, that's why you're seeing the mutual respect. And, I know they have 4 seniors, and the seniors are big contributors, but it's still only.
They have more than 4.
That's not what I was told.
I think they have 18, actually.
No,
Salem? 4 that play both ways. But 18 total, I believe.
No, we'll have that for you next
that.
week. I don't think that's the case, but.
Well, here's one of the seniors, Lumley.
I heard 4 starters is what I heard.
He's going to throw it deep again, and this was tipped and incomplete.
Boy, somebody's getting hurt.
That's Smith.
That's Smith again. He is really.
He's playing hurt right now.
Yeah, he needs the weekend off, Nick, to relax.
Yep.
And the reason he is because he's put himself in completely expended situations for his football team.
Meanwhile, more mutual respect being shown as the players begin to high-five each other. Londonderry is going to take over here with 20 seconds remaining.
I'm sure.
But this one is all but over.
I'm sure if you talk to Coach Lozon, I'd be shocked if he didn't say, other than Pinkerton, I played the toughest team tonight that I've played all year long. And that would be a very true statement. But the Lancers, Nick, this is a powerhouse football team.
Yeah, meanwhile, Londonderry making a statement tonight as well.
That's my point. Yeah, let's not. Yeah,
they're going to take a knee. They're going to win here, and they're going to wrap up the regular season 8-1 overall.
Yeah,
as a 4 seed.
Well, when you get in tight games, and you got Coach Lozon calling your offense with the work that goes into developing that offense and the execution on the field, he brought in 4 quarterbacks tonight, and I would argue 3 very distinctly different offenses for strategic reasons in situations in the game where he needed to do it. And I think that drive where he used Villa to burn off 4 or 5 minutes of the clock in that drive was 4 anyway, at a time that he needed it. And every tick that goes, he lowered the percentage of opportunity for Salem to get the ball with enough time. And then he goes down and scores. He goes back to Ogden when he gets near the red zone, Nick, and then he puts the ball in the end zone, 2-score lead. And then after that, knows how to play from ahead, and that was clear of that. I didn't mean to go. It's just, how do you stop talking about this football game? Great game.
28-14, our final. Londonderry wins at home as they wrap up the regular season with an 8-1 overall record, 7-1 against in-state competition. Salem will fall to 6-3 overall, 6-2 against NHI AA opponents. So the Lancers most likely will be the number 4 seed in next weekend's Division I
tournament. Don't go away. You got scores, final scores coming back, right?
Yeah, we're going to recap this one with stats and highlights, and then a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well. Final Friday night of the regular season statewide. So a lot to get to in just a few moments. Londonderry a winner 28-14 the final over Salem. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
Well, don't look now, but Coach Lozon's got another contender on his hands following a 28-14 win over Salem. Londonderry wraps up the regular season at 8-1 overall. Good enough for the number 4 seed. They'll host a playoff game in the preliminary round next weekend. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. This one looked like it may have been a blowout early. Londonderry scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. The first one coming in the first 2 minutes, a 55-yard touchdown run by starting quarterback, Connor Williams. Almost called him Sam Williams. Connor Williams with that 55-yarder set the tone. And then it was Sam Ogden who hooked up with Devin Bowles from 21 yards out to make it 14-0. But Salem showed some fight tonight. They come back and score, answer the bell in the final seconds of the first quarter with a 4-yard touchdown run on 4th down by Noah Lumley. Second quarter, Salem would tie the game. Lumley to Ivan Colon on a 15-yard hookup, 14 apiece at that point. But Londonderry stole the momentum right before half. They score with 12 seconds remaining. Ogden another touchdown pass, this one to Caden Malik, 21-14 our score at halftime. Third quarter, Salem pieced together a promising drive, ate up clock over 6 minutes, but ultimately Londonderry forces a stop. And then the Lancers kill the remaining 5+ minutes of that third quarter clock. So our halftime score stood up after 3 quarters, 21-14. And then the dagger. Ogden to Jake Shenna. A 15-yard touchdown. 2-touchdown cushion back on the board for Londonderry with just under 3 minutes gone by in that fourth quarter, 28-14. And then the Lancer defense stands tall over the final 9 minutes to preserve this 14-point win. 28-14 is the final. Again, Londonderry at 8-1 overall, number 4 in the upcoming tournament in terms of the seeding. Salem will find out their fate. They should still be in the running for a home game next weekend. They're definitely in the playoffs with a 6-3 overall record and a 6-2 in-state record. So they most likely will be at Grant Field next weekend.
Well, they showed tonight they can play away, too.
Yeah.
So whether it's home field or not, toughness, Salem, toughness, perseverance, high skills, got a quarterback that's a leader, got a defense that just took on one of the top defenses in the league and stood up to them, and we're more than ready and able to take on that task. Londonderry, just better. They've just got players in certain positions, that so many players on both sides of the ball, Nick, that are dominating. And I think that Londonderry would agree, and you saw the respect that we talked about back and forth between the players on the field, that Londonderry knew that they were tested. Well, guess who else was tested the last 2 weeks? The Salem Blue Devils. I say Londonderry gets what they want out of this game. Salem wanted the win, of course. They wanted that, of course. But Coach Abraham and his assistant coaches and every player in Salem as a community can hold their heads high for what they produced the last 2 weekends. They are a contender, and they're very, very relevant in this mix. And both teams appear to go off healthy, which is the other thing as you approach the playoffs. So congratulations to both of these programs, both of these communities, both of these schools and systems, coaches, players, parents. You've just seen a football game here tonight that's as good as Division I regular season football in New Hampshire is going to get, and it's good enough.
Yeah. All right, Steve. I know you've been
Here we
patiently
go.
waiting. Both Bedford and Portsmouth gunning for undefeated records tonight. Bedford shuts out Merrimack, 48-0.
Wow.
Is the final there. Another blowout win for the Bulldogs, the defending Division I champions. Finished 9-0, but
speak of good defenses,
will not be one of the top 2 seats.
Yeah, it's just the way it goes. I mean,
Pinkerton
yeah.
is playing Central. I think that game's tomorrow. I have not seen that score come across.
Yep.
But they're heavily favored against the Little Green, and if they win there, they're the number 1 seed. Portsmouth, a win tonight would put them at 9-0, and they would need some outside help to get the 2.
From Exeter, right?
Well, they get the win tonight. The Clippers do.
Yeah.
That's a final of 47-7 over Timberlane. So they're 9-0. And
47-7 over Timberlane. Timberlane's a
47-7
very formidable football team.
over
Wow.
the Owls. So an impressive and a good rebound.
Where
win
was that? Was it Portsmouth or
for
at
Portsmouth? No, that was in Plastow.
Wow.
So a road win after they squeaked by Merrimack last
It's impressive.
week. They come out refocused and get it done 47-7 over Timberlane. And, Steve, they will be the number 2 seed.
How do you
Why?
know that?
Because Exeter beat Dover tonight.
You got to be kidding me.
By a final of 16-7.
Wow. You got to be kidding me.
So Bill Ball and company sending a
Well,
message.
you heard Jay last night. I was talking to Coach Pafford.
Well, Jay was dead wrong.
Coach Pafford and I were talking the other day, and he says, these are the type of games in division that are extremely important, that Coach Ball will double down and put a game plan together that you won't believe. He said that to me.
Yeah.
And, boy, was he on mark. Wow.
I'm not surprised, but Exeter now winners of 2 straight.
Good for Exeter.
They snapped a 3-game skid last week with a win over Memorial, 28-7, and they get it done tonight over Dover in Exeter.
That's unbelievable.
By a final of 16.
So the records
7.
there are 5-3, is it? And what will be the
No, Exeter only has 2 in-state losses. Their 3rd overall loss was against St. John's.
right? So they're 6-2. 6-2.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Exeter.
Yeah.
Coach Ball, I'll tell you, the guy just he doubles down. And when you think about Exeter, it's been a little rough sailing here for Exeter the last 3 or 4. And for them now to come out winning that game,
That's what I mean.
formidable opponent.
Yeah.
Exeter's coming into the playoffs on a high.
Yeah, got some momentum going into
Congratulations
the
to
preliminary
them.
round. All right, BG trailed earlier against Nashua South, 23-20. They ended up winning the game
Yeah, that was a shocker
by
in
a
the first
final
half.
of 37-20. So they have a big second half and put away the Purple Panthers. Cardinals another win. Again, the final 37-20.
Probably likely get a first round home game there too, right?
Yes. Speaking of big second halves, Spalding broke open a 2-point game at halftime. They shut out Winnicott in the third and fourth quarters and win it 35-14. So the Red Raiders, one of the hotter teams.
And Jay did warn us, or did not warn us. He talked about the Raiders.
On there, yeah.
And congratulations to Kevin Hebert and the Raiders. He's just wow. Program really coming on 2 years in a row now. Wow, and they'll be in the playoffs as well.
Speaking of playoffs, how about the Alvirne Broncos? Another big win tonight, 37-8 under first-year coach Matt Lee. 37-8 over Goffstown. That is a final. So the Broncos with some playoff football for the first time in a while.
And you know what, Nick? We said it in the Jamboree going all the way back. This Broncos team was doing a lot of good things then, and they've just continued to improve throughout the year. They've had their lumps along the way with a few games, but overall, very successful season for the Broncos and not over yet.
All right, I'm going to give you one Division II score for you.
No, you can give me as many as you want.
We'll stick with one. And it's relevant because this team got beat pretty handily last week.
Yeah.
They respond with a
come
big
out
win.
Angry, do they?
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yep,
Salem over John Stark, 46-12.
Yeah, I think that's how good Pelham is.
That's
Nick.
how good Pelham is.
Yeah, Sauhegan is a top level Division II team. I think Pelham could play either Division I or II this year and come out with a pretty successful season. They are a special team. So congratulations to Coach Boquette coming back strong and rebounding as they go in the playoffs.
All right, a few folks to thank here tonight. We'll start with Coach Lozon giving us the green light to come up and set up shop here on top of the Sawyer's Nest. We appreciate it as usual.
Hopefully they won't turn off the lights too soon.
Of course, his point man, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Quickly becoming one of our favorite allies here in the state.
Just a fun guy to be around.
Yep. And the rest of the Londonderry staff.
Terrific.
Of course, very welcoming as usual. Want to thank the sponsors. Of course, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, New Hampshire iPhone Repair, the New Hampshire Tomahawks, and Spectrum Monthly. We appreciate the ongoing support. And, of course, got to thank the crew here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. That includes Kristen and Matt Beals behind the camera, John Barron in charge of the setup, was stationed behind the end zone as well tonight. And, of course, the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay.
Great job tonight.
Our director, Ben Beals, back in the cave in the Beals Insurance Studios. For executive producer, Steve Beals, my name is Nick Anastas saying so long. One final reminder, we're back on the air Thursday night. Another edition of FNL Gridiron. We'll break down all the playoff matchups with exclusive interviews from media and head coaches as well. That's Thursday night at 6 only on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNL and H Media. Final score, final time. Londonderry 28, Salem 14. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.